Good evening. Hello. Welcome to episode 6, I think, of the D&D show. My name's Luke. I'm your host, your GM, your pal, your best friend. I hope everyone's well tonight. We've got a couple of people in the stream already. Lucaroo, Flak30, and Psych Unsent. So we're off to a good start already.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Hello.
Cool.
Yeah, all good.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's just get through the introductions then, I suppose. So my top left then, let's go with Gavin.
Hello, I'm Gavin. I am your resident dwarf.
Burr Bolt for excellent. Millicent or Lisa.
Hi. Yep, I'm playing Millicent. I'm half elven bard, but I'm also Lisa, and I'm here, and I'm a little bit drunk. Hey.
The one and only James. How are we, sir?
Nice. Hello. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good. Ready to go.
You're gonna bring the justice.
Yeah. Yes.
Collect those taxes.
Yeah, that's right. Paladin. Exactly. Works for the tax office, so watch out.
And then last but not least, our little gnomish druid and his duck. Sean, how are we doing?
Hello. Yes, we're good. You're a resident animal duo, be it duck and bear, duck and wolf, duck and fly.
We'll see how we go with that. Excellent. So we're here to play some D&D, I suppose. Again. Why not? It seems there's nothing better to do. How's everyone's week's been? Anyone done anything exciting this week? I've just been on Twitter all week. Just been on Twitter.
Tidied house and stuff like that.
Cool.
Really.
I've had a look at Twitter. I thought I'd give it another go. So I've been retweeting and liking lots of things.
Yeah, I tagged you in a couple of things as well.
Yeah, I think I better start using it.
Twitter's
cool kids.
I've
been using. I've been using it for a couple of years.
it?
I only use it for D&D. Like even a couple of years ago, it's where I get my D&D. It's where I can be a little bit of a geek. Instead of having to hide that on Facebook. So that's me.
It's like that and Snapchat. I've just never quite understood them enough to use them.
I don't get Snapchat.
So
my wife uses it, and she's used to occasionally send me some stuff.
Yeah.
But I've still got it installed, but I just don't even use it. She's massively into TikTok now, and she's been.
Oh, mate.
I just don't get it. She sends me these little videos in private messenger, and I'm like, I'm sure that's funny just to some people. I don't know.
It is.
Yeah,
exactly
we've lost
my
Gavin
thoughts.
already. Off to a good start. So last week we had loads of technical difficulties and there was a problem with the stream. I'm hoping we've fixed some of that. I've reinstalled everything and optimized it and put an extra 8 GB of RAM in today, so hopefully that will help. But we'll see how we get on. But of course I can't stop any problems that Gavin has with his computer. So we'll see how he gets on. Nothing exciting has happened this week.
No.
Why not? Nothing. Has anyone done anything? How did
Very much.
It's
Pretty much just been a black
how did the
hole
charity
of a
stream
week.
go, Lisa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, really well. We
Brilliant.
raised 300 quid, which was
Wicked.
3 times our target, so we were super stoked about it.
Cool.
We were so nervous going on. It was me and another teacher called Claire, and we were shitting a brick basically. We were just like, what are we doing? Why have we decided to do this? But by the end of it, we were like, we're the new Ant and Deck. We're amazing. We thought we were hilarious. But yeah, we raised a bunch of money, which was really, really fantastic.
Brilliant.
And we're definitely going to do it again at some point. Probably once a month.
Absolutely, and it's always for a good cause as well. I don't know if you got any of our followers on Twitter, but we shared it around, so hopefully you got a little bit. Who knows? I would have. I'm going to be honest. I didn't give you any money. I'm sorry. I know it's terrible. I just can't afford it.
No, don't worry, Luke, we're all the same.
I might have been able to afford it.
No, this is the charity. What we're doing here.
This is
Publicity.
In the past sort of 5 or 6 weeks since we started doing this, I've spent like 400 quid on a laptop on equipment.
On equipment.
Yeah, we're in debt. We have no
We're
money
all
for
knackered
charity.
now. We've all spent so much money on
We should do
gear.
the charity
Yeah,
for
maybe.
the next stream then. Maybe I'll put
To
this
wait.
out.
We're up to about
Yeah.
30
We'll
quid
do
to
a
wait
away.
until
charity
payday.
stream.
But yeah, that's cool. That's good. The other exciting thing that actually has happened is just occurred to me. Of course, the podcast went live. We did mention it last week, and the response has been really good for that. I think last time I checked this morning, we'd had over 100 downloads, which is cool. And that's in a week. That's pretty good. We've got listeners all over the world. I've been chatting on and off to people on Twitter. One guy from America, and I forget his bloody Twitter handle, but he seems like a really cool dude. We started chatting because he posted on another podcast that I follow called Greetings Adventure, and I was like, oh, if you like them, check us out. And he did, and he's listened to all like 8 episodes that we've dropped in the past week, and he's saying he's loved it. It's great. And another guy on
Amazing.
Oh, is this the dad of
DnD Dad or something? Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
Dad? Oh,
and he seems like a really top guy. So
I'll find it.
he posted something today about how he's gutted that he can't watch the live stream because the time difference. It's like 2:30 wherever he is, 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
His handle is at Dad
There we
the
go.
DM2.
Yeah, so absolute legend. Another guy on our Facebook page. We haven't got many followers on Facebook, so if anybody out there wants to follow us on Facebook, you can find us on Facebook at Show D&D. I think so far the only people that like that page are literally my relatives, like my mum and dad.
I'm not sure I have yet.
But there was another guy on there who commented who I don't know, and he said that he's really enjoying it as well. So it's been pretty cool. And it's as a result, I said before we started streaming, I'm shitting a brick tonight because like shit, we actually have a couple, even if it's 2, we've got some fans. I'm like, oh. Yeah, excellent, absolute legend. So anyone out there who is listening to the podcast, thank you very, very much. Please, because I'm going to be one of those people now, like and subscribe. Can you review us on iTunes? Because apparently that works to get more viewers, more listeners. So please do review us on iTunes if you can. Otherwise, that's probably it for an intro. What do you reckon? Anyone else got anything to add?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I've got much to cut out of that. Great.
Thanks for watching and thanks for listening, everyone.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit
Really.
tipsy today. I've combining loads of drugs and codeine with some booze, so
I am
hopefully
as well, yeah.
it will be.
I am as well, actually.
Am I the only one? I'm
yeah.
literally just on coffee tonight. I've got nothing left
Well,
in.
I kind of weren't sure if things were going to happen tonight, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's crack open the red."
Yeah, it was a skip.
When it did happen, I was like,
all
"Oh
good.
shit!"
This will be our best one yet, I'm sure. But yeah,
I'm going to be a bit more lively tonight. Don't worry, I'm going to be throwing shit everywhere.
Rocks and
just a
everything.
peek behind the scene for the people listening or watching. I somehow managed to put my back out today, buttering some bread for the kids' lunch, and I spent the next couple of hours basically laid out on the sofa, high off my nutter on codeine. I took like 30 milligram codeine, and I was just like in another world. And now I'm drinking, so we'll see. Cool. Right, so for my players or you guys' benefit, let's get on to roll 20. We can bring. We might as well bring the stream over as well. Why not? Here we go. Somebody's got an audience. Yeah, it's lovely.
It's quite nice.
I've got the door
Yeah.
open. So, there's a little
nice.
bush
It's
full of
nice.
birds out there.
Ambient.
It's quite
What it means is that I don't have to overlay the soundtrack in the podcast.
nice.
Oh,
I'm
mate,
trying to
it's
do it all live.
I don't think it's
guns,
me because
whips,
my mum's
bears in.
currently in the garden painting the fence panels, listening to like Time FM on like blasting it out.
No.
You can't hear that,
No,
can you?
thank
No,
God.
thank God, no.
Oh, don't get me started. My wife's yeah, she's all right. She's got a decent taste in music. It's how we kind of our love for sort of emo metal and stuff was kind of what got us talking originally. But she's like got a really eclectic sense of taste of music, and like she drives around in her little Volkswagen Polo, blaring out 90s garage, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake.
Yes,
Yeah.
mate.
No, you're right. My missus is a massive garage head. She loves garage and grime and all that, and I
just
hate
have
it.
such amazing
I just don't get it. She's-
girlfriend.
She's managed to get
Oh
the
my
kids into it.
God.
There's that one song, and I remember hating it at school, and it's the one when they use like the casualty theme tune, and it's like, oh shit, I've been shot.
Oh my God.
And
Well, they
They
come
did-
and
well,
visit
only
our
one
school,
of them
didn't
did.
they?
It's
Do you remember?
yeah,
Oh,
Neutrino
Oxide
didn't
turned
show
up,
up. He
didn't
was
he?
like, I'm not coming to a school. Yeah, I remember that.
Jesus.
I'm not going Warren. Fuck that.
Yeah, I remember that. We had them and the Dum Dums.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dum
they were
Dums,
all right
that's
from
it.
what I remember.
Oh,
They obviously didn't do very well. I
God.
suppose that's what happens when you go around touring schools.
when you visit.
Yeah, that's when you know you're on your way out.
We just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 10 years younger.
10 years
than most
younger.
of you guys, I think, and it was like older
10
rather.
years
Sorry, younger. See how much I was drunk. We pretty much just had those weird Christian groups that turned up and like shouted like "Don't do drugs" at you, and that was pretty much it.
But we went to the same school. It's just a time difference.
Well,
So
I
I think.
Oh,
did we all
Yeah,
go to
Lisa
Warren
did
at
it.
some
Did you?
point
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
we all except for Lisa. Oh, I had no idea you went there.
Yeah, so James was a few years above us, and then you know what? Actually, it's possible that you and Gavin might have been at school at the same time. 'Cause if you're 3 year, yeah,
Well,
Yeah, James.
'cause-
Possibly.
so
yeah,
you're 35, James, aren't you? And then
yeah.
36,
No, I'm
and
36.
you're 40.
36. I'm
So you'll be 5 years
41,
apart. So maybe it was
41.
in year 11 when James went to year 6.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just about.
Yeah, but they would have been basically like gods, wouldn't they, when I was that young?
Yeah.
So I'd have been like 11. I wouldn't have talked to them. I wouldn't have
Absolutely
dared.
terrified.
James were a wee lad being chucked in the bins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was going to say something, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but we got sidetracked. But it's cool. There's another person I wanted to shout out on Twitter because he's been really cool. It's Hallister's something or another. I'm sorry, I can't remember it. But he's got a Kickstarter going for his own like box set campaign guide and world, which just sounds really cool, quite exciting. And he's, you know what, a lot of our followers, if because of him, because we've been chatting, liked each other, followed each other, whatever you call it. And he seems like an absolute dude, and he's hopefully going to be signed on tonight. He did tweet a little while ago saying that he's got the kids, but once the kids go to bed, he's jumping on. So he's a cool dude. So anyone out there who wants to check that out, it's Hallister's something or another on Twitter. I don't know. That's useless. Sorry, but what a plug!
What a plug!
Yeah,
Thanks,
plug.
mate.
and that wasn't even what.
This is just like when we went back to the woman and said that we haven't got any of
Yeah.
the stuff we saw in the cave. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Doing it again, Luke.
And there may have been something else I wanted to say, but I forget. But let's do a recap, a catch up. Let's see where we are, where we're at. So as usual, you guys can roll a dice, roll a d20. Don't add your initiative modifier because that's cheating, since James gets a -1. And
Oh, you got me
Well, I
this,
think it's
year,
good.
this time, didn't you?
highest,
Well, is it
highest. So unless
highest?
someone gets
It's
a 20,
highest, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, I'm going to
Oh.
actually roll my
18.
shiny new
so you can
thing.
cheat, so no one can see it.
12.
Oh, Jesus. Why
That's the
Hallister's
one.
compass.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, Hallister's compass.
welcome.
It sounds like it.
At Waterdeep.
He's
Post is
I had a
the
look at his
handle.
Kickstarter and I've signed up for the pre-release. So once it's ready, I'm going to get like a little snapshot of the like a mini adventure for free. Who knows how we're getting on with this, but maybe we could maybe run through it and something for it. That'd be really cool.
The one-
But yeah, he's a really nice guy,
Absolutely.
and the read up on his Kickstarter sounds really interesting. It's his own homebrew world, but you can set it inside your own, in whatever world you've got. You can put it inside the Forgotten Realms if you want. It sounds really dark and really cool. Like yeah, I don't have the read up in front of me, but check it out. Absolutely check it out. Gavin,
Nice. Right, I'm about to tell you what happened last week, I guess. So, in short, the Red Brands. We had a little ruck with them the week before last.
you did.
Yeah.
We then tied them up after killing one of them. That was Millicent, by the way. It wasn't anyone else.
Yeah.
We then
She was the murderer.
we tied the
of
rest of we tied the rest of them up, and Scapes gave one of them a little bit of a talking to, and basically said, "Look,
Talking
you know,
to.
you better tell us what we want to know." We found out that who is the guy up in someone's underneath the manor.
Mhm.
That's the Red Brands underneath the
Glassstaff.
manor, yeah.
Yeah. Fast
And Glassstaff is up there as well. And we wanted to know a secret entrance. We found that there was a secret entrance in the forest to the, was it southwest? Southwest.
Yeah.
Southeast.
And southeast?
Yeah.
You went in for a secret.
Oh,
Santa,
yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
In the,
Southeast, okay.
in the back
Yeah.
door.
Okay. We went in for well, no, but we did. Wait. Wait.
There's the wine.
Oh god.
It was a
That's the
start
wine
of summer's
and
eve.
the beer. We went across the field. And we bumped into a farmer's wife, farmer pegged it years ago. None. I think it's all pretty much inconsequential stuff that went on there.
Yeah.
Chatted to the farmer's wife, and we went into the forest, made our way into the manor. Millicent fell down off a bridge rather. We dragged her back out, made our way through.
The way you said it made it sound like, yeah, she killed that person and now we had to drag her out.
They're all carrying me. They're all carrying me, guys.
And then there was a weird voice talking to Pock. That was it. There was a weird voice talking to Pock, telling him, "You're gonna die. Don't help these guys. Help me. Blah blah blah."
Pretty much.
In a very creepy voice.
And
And then
then Seymour.
yeah, and we ended up going through a couple of doors. We got through them, no worries. But then there was some skeletons, and we fought them, and that was where we pretty much ended up fighting skeletons, and we killed them, and re-killed them.
Oh yeah, basically.
And that was it.
The long and short of it is you're trying to find after delivering this cart of stuff, because there's this secret mine that's been found that's going to bring loads of riches and it's magical and all exciting. The people who own it or have found it have gone missing, so you hunt them down, and then you found out when you got to the town you don't know what else to do, and you found out this dodgy group of mercenaries that are taking the piss out of everyone and possibly, well, definitely have killed somebody. So you're sorting that out instead, because fuck it, what else have you got to do? Psych Unsent said in the chat that you forgot about the meal that you're going to have with the farmer's wife once you win.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she
She's
said
paying,
that. I think she said that she'd cook you up a meal or something. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got free.
yeah,
board and
in a hayloft or
lunch.
something.
Yeah.
Nothing too exciting. Yeah.
A little party to celebrate.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was about it,
Right, let's have a
really.
look at the map then. So you're in the hideout. Let me just make sure this is all set up for the stream. So every time I change maps, it zooms all the way. It either zooms all the way out or it zooms all the way in, and then I have to reset it. So it's annoying. Cool, and here we are.
Those birds are
They are really loud,
really,
yeah. But you know,
You can hear them. It's
Are they?
mad.
No,
Let me
don't.
go-
It's
I'll go
crazy.
shut the door.
No, it's fine. I quite like it. It's,
Sure.
Do you live in a jungle?
I think there's a big tree outside that's got loads of birds in it. I didn't realise there was.
it's only a matter of. It's only a
No,
matter of
they're
time
good.
before my
It's
puppy
nice.
has a fight with one of my cats. So, like,
Now
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hate to be.
Or
that
the kids
guy.
are
Oh, no,
banging
it's fine.
upstairs again.
Oh, right.
I was just about to say I've got a
good?
black screen, but it's all good. I zoomed out
cool.
and I can see. Where
All right, so there we are. Yeah, so people on Twitch and anybody who does watch on YouTube will be able to see this beautiful map. Basically, you're in the crypts underneath Tresendar Manor in Phandalin. We're playing the Lost Mines of Phandalin, the starter set. I forgot to say that, but that's what we're doing on Roll20. Another plug. Give us a deal. Yeah. So you come in and there's some stuff. You found this room. There's some sarcophagi in there, and some skeletons jumped up and attacked you as soon as you walked through the door. You've just dealt with them, and that's where we left it because we went long last week. Didn't even have a break or anything. And that's where we are. What I would like everybody to do before you go any further is make a perception roll, please.
$15.
Straight
My-
straight
na-
D20.
Natural one.
Okay.
That's 3.
5
5.
for Burr, 2 for Scapes, 15 for Millicent, and Pock.
Still trying to figure it out.
Forward
Sorry, it's been a
slash.
while.
Roll
Uh,
D20, I think. Plus 3. There you go. 16. Nice.
16.
Okay, cool. What are you doing?
These says
Yes, there
doors
is. So
here.
in this room, you've come through the north door, and if you come in the southeast corner, there is a set of double doors. Let me get the description back up for that, so that the people who are listening have an audio image of
Ooh.
the area.
I've just realised I have advantage. Not that I don't know if I need it, but I've got advantage on perception roll because
All right,
I'm
you can
currently a wolf.
yeah, do it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So just roll it again and take
just
the
another
higher
one.
result.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
I'll come back to that in a second because you do notice something. Okay, so basically the room you're in, there's 3 large stone sarcophagi standing in this dusty crypt, and propped up against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton which came to life clad in bits of rusty mail, and you've dealt with them already. There are false columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees. There's double doors in the southeast corner, which are sheathed in tarnished copper plate. There's also a door in the northeast corner of the room, just a single normal door, and all the doors in this place, again, I did describe them last time, but I will just for general description purposes bring that back up. All doors are basically just made of wood with iron handles, hinges, and inbuilt locks. So it's just a standard door. Oh, here comes a cat. Oh god, there we go. On the wait, not on the laptop, you piece of sh.
Hey.
Well, he literally just stood on all of the keys, so hopefully that didn't do anything. They've got little. I'm on the dining table in my living room, right next to the window, on the front of the house. They've got little cat boxes on the windows they sit in. Shit bag. As you were, yeah. So okay, that's this room. Now, Pock, as you are a wolf, you do hear and smell. So basically, what you smell. You've not been in wolf form when you've encountered them before, but you can smell people definitely coming through the door in the north east, and you can also hear with those keen wolf sound ears of yours some shuffling and some whispering, like shh, quick, shh, come on, we'll just wait here. We'll get it. You just shh, wait until they come through the door. If you heard that. Hopefully, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go up to that door and start growling at it and giving a little nudge to the other guys.
Can't talk. You can't.
I can't talk, can I?
Can you heal?
Please?
Do what you like.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna cast. Yeah, cool. Just wanted to get that in there before anything happens. I'm about to die.
7.
Oh, thank God for that. Okay.
Can I do a divine sense check for good and evil within 60 foot?
Sorry, can you do what? Divine sense?
Yeah.
Within 60, can you read the description for me?
As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 foot. That is not behind total cover.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd only be able to...
No, yeah, so that's not... Yeah, that's more for doing in a fight.
I'm just going to...
Anything behind a wall is behind total cover, so you can only sense... So you'll only be able to sense what's in the room that you're in, which is only like 20 foot by 60 foot or something.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of strength.
I don't need that.
I'm just going to see if I can run and... I can't remember what you said.
It's just a wooden door.
Made out of? I hope it was wood. I'm just going to run and see if I can smash through this door.
I mean, you can certainly try to do a strength check, but I don't see why not. So you'll be using the strength stat of the wolf.
Plus 3.
Nice. Yeah, you run. You take a couple of steps back. You run and step up and slam into the door. And you're a large creature as well.
Okay.
And yeah, absolutely. You just shove the door. It's a rusty old hinges, and it just slams down to the ground. Can everybody roll initiative, please?
Yeah, boy. Starting early.
Yeah, boy.
He needs to make plans.
Where's my initiative?
3.
Oh, it's a 9 for me.
9
oh no, it's
for
not.
me.
That's not me. Mine's a 3, natural 1. Oh.
Right. Let me just. I need to reset the encounter thingy, so let me just quickly do that. So we will remove all turns. Clear. Done, and then
Ambulance going by
Yeah.
around your
Yeah,
way.
give me this.
That's you lot down.
Yes.
It's you lot down in
Actually,
Essex.
I'm a little bit
That's what it is.
closer to.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go and close that.
It's
Well,
that
apart from dynamic mic. It's mad.
that ambulance downing this dungeon.
Yeah. This is a morgue. They must be coming to a
Okay,
morgue.
so put your initiatives into the tracker for me, and then I'm just going to delete this. Oh,
Thing.
look at that. The dead skeleton because it's getting in my way.
Hi.
There you go.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, we can then start the combat music. It's been a couple of weeks since I've made any Final Fantasy references. I had to actively make sure that I didn't make any in the past couple of weeks because in the first 2 or 3 weeks, every fight I was like, like so.
It was already
It's constantly
Always,
playing in
always.
my head, so don't worry.
Do you have the new one?
No,
on the
I don't.
PS4 yet, Luke?
I'm in two minds about it. I really want it because I love Final Fantasy, but I think it's going to be massively shit. And the professional, proper reviews I've read online say it's amazing, but then some people I know who've played it, like one of my friends, Matthew Logan, is basically slagged it off. He's a huge Final Fantasy VII fan, same as I am, and he's basically said that if you, it's just shit. In regards to that, anyone out there who wants to listen, him and other friends of mine do a podcast called Dem Drunk Blokes, and they do loads of geeky reviews and stuff. James has recorded with them before. I've actually recorded with them before as well. And they do a really, really good, they do like an hour-long special all about reviewing, and it's fantastic, and it just summed up all of my reservations for the game. So I think I might get it, but I might wait till my birthday in September and get it then. But I'm not. This is it. Last time I looked, which was a few weeks ago, I couldn't get it anywhere. Everyone online was sold out, and I could pay and download it from the PS Store, but it's like 60 quid for a digital download. I was like, I can't be asked.
Yeah.
Really, you have played it before.
And this is it. Well, this is the biggest thing with it, is that basically they've redone this game. They put new combat mechanics in there, which from what I understand of it, well, I played the demo, I didn't really like the combat on it, to be honest, but they've kind of tried to honour the original game and fans whilst making it relevant for a new generation of gamers, which is fine, that's cool. But they've taken in what was in the original game was took you 3 hours to do in the first game to get out of Midgar, and they've made an entire game that will take you 30 hours to do. And then people online are like, oh, but it's a 70-hour game. It's like, only if you want to do all of the pointless fetch quests to get all of the fucking trophies. And I don't give a shit about trophies. I hate trophy culture in games. I hate it. So I'm like, part of me wants to get it, see if I can speed play it, see how fast I can do it, but it would be just to make a point, and I'm not going to spend 60 quid to make a point.
I'm going to say this because I know he's watching and he'll get the ump with me if I don't, but it genuinely was Pete's favourite game of all time.
I've no idea what you're talking about. I've never played it.
I think Final Fantasy VII, the original, will always have a special place in my heart. Final Fantasy VIII was my favourite game of the Final Fantasy series. However, when you're competing with RPGs or JRPGs, whatever they're called, when you're competing these days against games like Skyrim and Fallout 4, like Bethesda and Witcher, they've really missed the ball. They're still, and Skyrim. I never finished Skyrim. I got it when it came out. I had it on pre-order when it came out on the PS3, and I played it for about 200 hours and never finished it. I didn't even touch the side quests or all I did was side quests, and I kind of did the main quest when I could be bothered. But there was so much to it.
We did it the other way around. We just smashed the main storyline, and now we did that, and now we're doing all realizing we've missed so much. 100%. These little side missions that all.
I learned my lesson. Learned it from the one before Skyrim, which was Oblivion, which is actually my all-time favourite game. Absolutely amazing. Now, when I got that, it'd been out for a while, and I got Game of the Year edition. And my brother-in-law or ex-brother-in-law, Martin, he'd already played it, and he said when you get out of the intro, out of the dungeon at the beginning, he's like, just pick a direction and go and explore and do what you want. He's like, don't worry about the main quests because You don't need it. Just go somewhere. And that's what I did. So I literally just zigzagged my way across the map, found the new settlements, did all of the mini quests. And again, Oblivion I never really finished either, and I played that for about 150, 200 hours. So with Skyrim, I already knew that, so I did the same thing. You get rid of the dragon at the beginning, then you've just got this huge fucking world you can explore. So go and explore it, you know? And like I said, I think Final Fantasy...
You know, I've not finished.
Let's do it. Someone's bored. We got fans waiting. All right, let's play some D&D. Right, so is everyone done their initiative?
Let's throw some shit.
Let's just not bother with the D&D podcast. Let's just do like a game review, start like talk shit podcast. It's fine. Okay.
Amazing.
To be fair,
it was you that started it.
So it's my fault.
No, I'm not.
It was me. Yeah.
Okay, so initiative's up. So basically, let's reset the scene. And the Pock as a direwolf, I think, sniffed out something, heard something, charged and slammed down this door with his, probably weighs about 400 pounds because he's a massive wolf. You can squeeze, so you can. So basically, large creatures that you can fit through smaller spaces, but you need a large space to fight. So when you're walking around, you can fit through 5 squares, 5-foot squares. Okay, but if you're fighting, you need to control a 10-foot square. So yes, so you are kind of buggered.
Okay,
but you know, we'll see what happens with that. And we will look at that this week, actually, I think, to keep us honest. So yeah, so you've done that. You've taken a step back. The door's slammed. I need to turn off the dynamic lighting for that there. There you go. And you should now be able to see inside the room. As you can see inside the room, and depending what angle you've got,
I can see a tiny slice, but I can see someone.
So Pock will know, he can smell them, that there is a red brand hiding behind either side of the door, but they're scared. You slam that door open, they've shit themselves, they've took a jump back to get away from the door and the slam. In fact, actually, I'm going to put them right against the opposite door. If you can see into that room, what you can see for our audio listeners, because you'll see this in a minute, it's basically a cell. So let me just find it. Basically, it's a small room. It's only about 15 foot by 15 foot, but then, well, actually, it's larger than that. It's quite long, so it's I don't know what size that is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet long, but 15 foot wide. Either end, north and south of the room, there are cages set up like a prison, like a whatever the medieval word is for a fucking prison. Cells. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, so the long room is partitioned into 3 areas of iron bars, walling off the north and south. Filthy straw lines the floors of those cells, the hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of dishevelled human women are held in the cell to the south, but you probably can't actually see them yet, while a human boy is confined to the north. All are dressed in plain grey tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks. And then there's those 2 red brand people who are literally, all they can see and hear is this wolf and are shitting themselves. What you might be able to see, definitely Pock, is a heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the far wall.
Yeah.
Which is... Yeah.
So it's
initiative. Burr, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to head into that room, I believe. I'm going to, so I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the doorway. Let's see what we can see from there. And then I'm going to take a shot on this character here. I can't seem to make it ping.
There you go. The top one, the one in the north, yeah? Remember, we've got audio only listeners, so try and we all need to put a bit away from it.
I'm going to take I'm going to take a ping at one of the 2 red brands that I can see within my vision. So I will roll. I'm going to use my longbow. I'm going to draw my string. I'm going to
you don't need to go that much detail. Just roll the dice, man.
Really descriptive. I love it.
Rewatched it.
You He will rule the day. He asked me to describe things.
You can tell I'm drunk tonight. Plus, my short bow is +5. So
12 plus 5, 17 in total. That will be a
17.
hit. Roll for your damage.
And my damage, 1d6.
1 plus 3 is 4 points of damage.
+3. Great, 4 points of damage.
Yeah, it's better than a slap in the face.
Hey ho. And then I'll use my cunning action to move back out of the way. Over to there.
Millicent, you're up.
There we go.
Okay. I'm going to do a similar manoeuvre.
5 foot up, yeah.
Step a square in.
Yeah.
I'll take this one as well. Crossbow. Bolt.
Apologies, I need to duck out for a second.
14's a hit and 8 points of damage.
Again.
Brilliant, well done.
Yes.
To move back.
And I will use the rest of my movement.
Yeah, so you take a 5 foot step up, shoot your bow, then you've got the
I'm
rest of your
gonna
movement to
move
go back
very
again. That's absolutely perfect. 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
So he's still standing, but he doesn't look very happy. Brilliant. And Justice Scapes. Your turn, sir. Millicent, unless you have any bonus actions you want to take. Are you sure? Because I'm trying to just waste some time because James has dropped out of the stream. There he is. Look at that.
Oh, perfect.
Justice
Look at
Scapes,
that.
it's your turn, sir. For what? In case you missed it, Burr stepped up, took a shot, hit, stepped back. Millicent stepped up, took a shot, stepped back, and you've now got entry. You can charge into the room if you want.
Right, I can't see into the room yet, so I'm going to walk the 10 foot up to the room.
So you can see basically it's a 15-foot square.
And they're in cells, yeah. Okay.
You've got enough room to get to either
10.
of them. The one at the top has already been hit a couple of times. The one at the bottom has not.
Okay, I'll come to the one at the bottom then.
Yep.
Okay, there. Okay, and I will roll to hit with my longsword.
11 is a miss, unfortunately.
11.
Yeah, you charge in there. I don't know. Maybe you're still you're an old geezer, aren't you?
No.
You know, and you're wearing this heavy armor, and you've just literally seconds ago killed some.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, if you've got a point of inspiration, you can re-roll that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then. Re-roll it. I don't want to start on a bad one. I mind you,
Could be.
this could be a double bad one, so who knows? It'd be like
16. There we go. So you hit. So you're
Yeah.
using it one-handed because you've got So you do 8 points of damage on the one in the south.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice.
Okay.
Yay.
Nice. Again, still standing. It's not enough to kill him, but he is done. Anything else you want to do before the next go?
Nah, just get ready.
Yeah,
like
sure.
get my shield up. Do you know what I mean?
All right. In that case, it's this guy's go. He will take a step down, and then he's going to attack you. So he's going to swing once. It'd help if I had their stats so I actually knew what they did. I'm guessing that's going to be a miss for the first one because it's a 12. What's your AC? Fucking hell.
19.
Yeah, and fucking missed with the second one at an 18. Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, Yeah, so he kind of like jumps across that pile of clothes, swinging at you wildly because he's just take 2 arrows in, and he was going to run outside. I didn't know what to do, and then and he's just confused.
And the sunlight just shone off my armor, and it was like I couldn't see nothing. And
exactly.
Didn't know what was going on.
Next up is the other one who's got no choice but to try and fight you. So, that's a cock die. So was that. That's just a shit dice train where he's miss. Second attack is a miss. So there you go. They did nothing.
Have that, you red bastards.
Pock, you are up, sir. You can fit in the room, but you need to have that 10-foot square to do anything constructive. To actually be able to fight, you need to be able to control a 10-foot square.
Can I move my icon in just so I can sit? Because I can't see in the room at the minute. So
You don't.
I can't see if I've got anywhere
Well, I mean,
to
from
go.
where you are, let me just see. Yeah, so literally what you can see is what you can see. If you look at your vision, at the top right of your vision, there's those little circles, little tiny dots going across. So that's the cage, the iron bars. Then you've got a red brands right in the middle of the room that you can see, and there's nowhere else for you to go. I mean, if you were to take a step forward, you would see. No, because you're too fucking big. Yeah, so.
Yeah. If I can't fit in there,
you've got options. I mean, you can you can of course as a bonus action you can drop the wild shape and go back into gnome form. And try and do something else, or you can just stay outside growling. There's not really much else you can do in wolf form.
I kind of want to stay as a wolf for a bit because they're good perception and stealth for getting around here. Have I used one or two? This is my first wild shape.
Yeah, this is your first one.
This is my. Yeah, so I've already used...
So if you drop this, you'll only have one more until you get to have a good night's sleep.
Yeah. I'm just going to... I'll wait. I'll hold my turn. I'll growl and intimidate through the bars so that they feel a bit more trapped. Can I move forward and
but
block the door?
Yeah, you can do that because your allies can move through your space. So if they want to go into them, they can do. So you can block the door.
Perfect. I want to do that.
I mean, there are certain other things that you can do. And we haven't really discussed this much, and you don't have any rules, do you? But there are other actions you can take. So you can take, I think it's called the dodge action, which basically means that anybody that tries to attack you would have disadvantage, I think. I might be making that up. You can also take the ready in action, which means that if somebody gets in biting range of you, you attack them. So you have to you ready in action. So you have to state what your action will be, and then what will be the trigger. And if that trigger's met, the action happens. But if the trigger's not met, you can't do it. That's one option. You can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I do that? Yeah. I mean, all I've got is a bite. The reach of that is 5 foot. So could I be ready to snap
Absolutely.
if anyone backs towards the door?
If anybody, or if...
Oh, anyway, no, of course. So
if one of the bad guys comes into your reach, you will bite him. That's fine. So basically what happens is that's your main action. And because in a combat round, you get different things you can do. You have your movement, you have an action, and then certain abilities will allow you to use a bonus action or a reaction, but you only get one of each of those in a round. So you use your action to ready, and then if the opportunity arises, you'll use your reaction to make that bite. So for example, like your bear only gets 2 attacks, but you would only be able, as your reaction, you'd only be able to make 1. But this wolf's only 1 attack. Okay.
Okay. Could I add to that anything about once I've bitten them to pull them into this other room?
Because you're basically you ready one actually can't, because that would require a grapple and a movement, which would be 2 things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're doing that.
I'm with you.
Okay, Burr. Round 2, Burr, you're up.
Jaws open.
So you can move through an ally space, but it will mean going into the room. You can potentially shoot past your ally, but it would give the bad guy a boost to its AC because it would be a harder shot to make. So,
can I move? I can't move into a space.
You can't end your move in the space, but you can go through it.
So, but I can't do a movement and then.
Yeah, you can. So you could move past him and go. You can't see it, of course, because you've got your vision set up. So you can move.
I can't see what's ahead,
Let me move you for you. You could, in theory, move here. Then you should be able to see the room. Make your attack, and then use your cunning action to disengage and move back. But you have to count your movement spaces. So you've got 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to move into the room. So you wouldn't have much movement left.
Yep. And I've got 25. I've got like 5 movement.
You wouldn't be able
left,
to
so
move out
I'll
because
move
you'd use
into
your
the
cunning
room
action
there.
to. Well, I mean, you could in theory.
That's fine.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'll do it, and I'll explain it to you if depending on what you want to do.
Yeah. No, that's fine. No, I will move into here. I will attack the fella in front of me, who is directly in front of me, with and I can but I still have my
Yeah,
short
but I mean,
bow.
you could have
Is
dropped that on the
is
ground
correct?
and thought, fuck it, I'm going to run in and draw my sword.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
make an attack with a short bow with a ranged weapon close up, but it's at disadvantage. That's
But
right.
it's a disadvantage, isn't it? Yeah. No, I'll drop my short bow and I will attack with my rapier.
Okay, so your bow is on the floor somewhere, but you can pick that up later. You've charged in, drawn your sword, make an attack then.
Yep. Oh shit!
That doesn't help unless you've got a.
Doesn't.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's
Unless you've got a +10, it's not going to work.
No.
So that's fine. So I mean, you can. You've still got 5 feet of movement. You could use your cunning action to get an extra movement, but he would then get an opportunity attack against you. You can use the cunning action to disengage, but if you do that, you've only got 5 feet left of your original movement, so you've got nowhere to go.
I've got nowhere to go.
I mean, you could.
I might as well stick where I am.
You could move
but then
5 foot.
I could move just
Exactly,
in case,
you can
like,
move 5
Millicent
foot
wants
up.
to Come in. Yeah.
There we go. That's
Which
great.
is
So you've
fine
just
with
kind of charged in. You've kind of managed to dart, but because you're only little as well, being a dwarf, you've darted round the dire wolf's legs, charged into room, and you've tried to make a little elegant stab with your rapier, but missed. And then you've just kind of sidestepped round and taken a riposte pose to ready for your next move. Millicent, you're up.
Is it possible to fire through?
So I would say
Pock?
that you can, but it will give that red brand half cover, so he'll get a bonus to his AC.
I'll give it a shot anyway, because I don't really want to move any closer, so I'll give that a go.
Fucking hell, that would do it.
Natural 20.
Natural
Figure it
20. So very
Yeah.
quickly, because I'm not going to go into too much detail, I've noticed we've got some new viewers in the chat stream, so that's excellent, and I'll say hello to them later. But we've got a little house rule. It's not just our rule that I invented, because I know that other tables use it. With a natural 20, the rules as written in the rule book is you would roll your damage dice twice plus your modifiers. I think that's shit, because you could roll 2 1s, so you will roll. So we will assume that one of those dice is an automatic maximum, and then you roll for the second dice. So ignore the damage that's come up in your screen, because that takes into account that you've already rolled twice. So roll your damage again for me, and then we'll work it out. So 7, and you do... Is it a D8 damage you do with your bow? I thought it was a decent... Shit, I thought it was... okay, so nice. So you're going to do... We assume that you roll a maximum 8 on one dice. You rolled a 7 on the next, so that's 15, plus your modifier, whatever the fuck that is. Alright, you're good at this. You did it with the goblins in that first fight in episode 1 or whatever episode that was. You fire this crossbow, you kind of duck down, you manage to just fire your crossbow out through the legs of the direwolf, and it comes up at an angle and gets the guy right through the japs into the dick, and just takes him off his feet, and he falls to the floor dead.
Yay!
Yeah. Can I just do a little kind of smile and a wink at Millicent?
right in the bullseye.
Testicle dance.
Guys, we have an MO.
Anything else you want to do, Millicent? Bonus or anything like that? Movement? No. Scapes.
Stick 'em around, thank you.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna
Do
cut this guy right under his arm.
Cut a bitch.
All right. Well, I hope I'm going to anyway. We'll see. hopefully I'm not this hesitant actually in the fight because I'll probably be dead by now. So
cool. So it's a dirty 20,
20,
but that's a hit for 6 points of damage.
6.
Nice. This guy is still standing, but he's looking very worse for wears. Like you've cut him up, and he's bleeding quite profusely from a wound that you've just given him. It is
nice.
He's
bleeding out.
Unless he gets some medical attention soon. Like he's looking like he. It is, however, his go. Seeing that his friend has just been brutally murdered through the dick. He can see the wolf. He can see the dwarf. He knows that there's somebody else out there as well. He drops his sword on the floor. And it's like, whoa, please, mate, please, don't hurt me, please. Pock, it's your turn.
Down, Pock, down.
I'll leave this. I'll just hold what I was gonna do.
Okay.
And let the other guys.
So Burr, you'd be next in the initiative order.
Put.
You've got a guy pleading, begging for his life.
Yeah, Burr's known for his cool.
He knows what to do.
Yeah. My diplomacy, I don't know. Let's see what we can do.
Did you say there was someone in this cage?
Yeah, so it basically
there's like 3 people in cages.
In the cage on the south, there were 2 females. One older, one's like mid to late teens, and in the top cage is a young boy, who are all like shitting themselves and cowering because they don't know whether you're here to save them or what.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are good guys. I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
I growled slightly.
Wait, you don't think it's a good idea?
No, you can do that.
I can't really comment.
Pock hasn't had any balls today, so.
And then
kill the fucker.
Rapier, 16 motherfucker.
Oh no, it's alright. There's other stuff we can do. It's alright. Ignore me. Yeah.
Are you talking to your duck again?
Yeah.
In dead.
Tidbits.
What's his
Him dead, man.
And then I reckon plus 1d8 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is
still 7.
Oh, okay.
Right, sorry. So, what was that in regards to? I was a bit distracted by my dog and my cat having a face-off. You've gone in and charged the attack, and so you rolled a 16 plus your 3. That's going to hit. You rolled 4 damage plus something or another. You do kill him. So you just, So you plus charge forward, 3, and I mean, he had 2 hit points left, so you kill him. How do you kill him? Just kind of through the neck, brutally. Yeah, I mean, technically you could have added your sneak attack damage onto that one as well, because he was. Because you've got an ally within 5 feet on a melee attack, so you could have done. So he's brutally just deaded. Yeah,
brutally cut to bits.
Is there any keys in the wreckage?
Well, so we'll come out of combat. Let me just get rid of this. Remove all turns.
Yeah, that was my thinking about keys and opening up this cell.
Yeah, seeing if any of these can fight.
Okay. Right, so this room, the slave pen. So, like I said, then you've got the 2 women to the south, and the boy to the north. So you search their bodies. You find no keys. The boy is just cowering. The girl is cowering. The woman, on the other hand, is like, please don't hurt us. Please, just let us go. We don't know anything. And like they've never seen any violence, anything like that before. You know, you don't find any keys if you've ignored them and searched the bodies. You don't find any keys.
Do you think you can get out of here if we let you free?
I don't know where to go. We were blindfolded. I don't know where I don't know where we are. Iron.
What are the bars made out of? Yeesh.
Is there any keys down here? So what? There's no keys. Well, sorry, love, we ain't got the keys.
Yeah. We'll have to come back for you later.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Can I come in, Luke? Is that okay? Yeah.
You can come in the room. Yes, sorry. I thought you meant like literally. Can I just have a turn talking, please? Yeah, you're.
Oh no! Sorry,
Yeah,
can I
you can
in
come in the room, and they're like, oh, and the boys.
Can I come in
the young
and grow a
boys
bit?
just crying, and so's the girl. They're just a big fucking scary wolf.
Can I start nosing through
Absolutely.
the pile of clothes?
Absolutely.
That were there on the floor?
You can nose through there. It smells like people. I personally, as a DM, GM, what you want to call me, don't believe in making you really roll unnecessarily. Okay, you're a wolf. You've got good, keen senses. You can snout through it all. It's just a pile of clothes and stuff. There's probably about as a guess, about a dozen different outfits. Different tops and trousers and scents. You definitely will notice that they all smell slightly different as well. You don't find anything of value inside there, though. No.
No cash. Not 1 cent. Okay. Fair enough. Right, so we need to go back the way we came in, really, don't we? Because there's no doors this way, is there? Unless there's a secret.
Please.
We ain't got no keys.
Don't leave us here. Please.
Can I?
Well, what do you want us to do?
Well, I guess I do have lockpicks. I could try.
I was literally just going to be like, Burr.
Yeah,
Just a waiting for it.
Look,
I'm sorry.
we might need them lockpicks later on, though. So
Can I attempt to like?
Yeah, you can. Of course, yeah.
Do I have?
People?
Go for it. What are you going to do to calm down?
Yeah.
we're just going to have to burn them.
Yeah.
I am
Is
going
thieves'
to.
tools like a constant thing?
Yeah. It's like a full set. So like they're like professional things. It's not like we're talking about Skyrim when they snap. No. If like
it's not like a usable thing.
If you rolled really badly
repeatedly,
then I might be like, yeah, well, fuck it, it snaps now. But yeah, it's fine. I'll come back to you. But I know we started with the lockpick, but Millicent wanted to do something. So
yeah, go on. Yeah. Crack on.
I'm gonna go up to the cage of the girls and take a knee to try and get onto like, the little girl's level. And
Who's
just
knee?
really softly on someone's knee, just like try and softly explain that we are the good guys, if they can believe that, and that we're going to do our best to get them out of here safely. And I'm looking as well while I'm there, if I can, at the iron.
They don't have shackles, no. So basically, the iron doors are chained and padlocked. So you can try and pick the padlock. No. So back to the description. Blah blah blah. Long room is partitioned to 3 areas. Iron bars walling off the north and south. Filthy straw lines the floors of those cells. The hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of dishevelled human women are held in the cell to the south, while a human boy is confined to the north. All are dressed in plain grey tunics and have iron collars fitting around their necks. I lied. Sorry. I'm shit. Just sack me now.
Liar.
Alright, as long as I'm not imagining them in like.
Oh, we all know how you like the bondage. Yeah.
Well,
You're eyeing them up, thinking, "Oh, that'll go nicely in my collection."
I'll have them. Yeah. So what? Yeah. What is?
Yeah.
This,
So do like
persuasion,
you can do like a. It's not a deception. You're not lying. You're telling them it's going to be okay. Definitely a.
Deception.
I mean, it would be
I don't know
a
how it
charisma-based
is.
roll, and
Yeah.
if you've got proficiency in persuasion, then yeah, you can use that. 19. Oh, lovely. Yeah. So they start. She's lips stops moving as bad, and she's like, "Please, thank you. I just want to go home. Please, can you please just help? But can you? You've got the big swords. Can you just break the lock on the door or something?"
We're gonna do everything we can. I'm gonna motion to Burr to start trying to open the locks if he can, and just while that's going on, I'll keep them occupied with talk, sort of like. So where is home for you? Where do you need to get to? See if we can help.
Phandalin, I have my husband, And she starts crying. She's like, we used to have a shop. She's crying. She's like, but my husband fell. She's crying. Poor Phil. They killed him. They killed Phil.
Okay.
Was it woodcut by any chance?
Shit. My dog just jumped to me thinking
Phil
I
the
was actually
woodcutter.
crying. It's okay, puppy. It's okay.
Ah,
Oh, this is. I'm a bit confused about this whole game. As Sean, can I
Absolutely,
go? Oh,
yeah.
I remember someone told us this, or
The-
not, because I'm a wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
yeah,
is
There was
no
the
Sean.
name
his
Thel.
wife and kids went
Yeah,
missing.
there was
didn't
Thel
Feldar.
Dendrar. Yeah. So if you remember rightly, the woodcutter Thel Dendrar was murdered,
Dendrar.
and then shortly afterwards, his wife and children went missing.
Yeah. I'm glad I killed those dudes.
yeah, me too. Well done, Burr.
Hey. Right, so
Okay.
Flak
Let's
30
have a
says
crack
classic
at it.
horror movie mistake. Don't let them out.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, why is the boy on his own? He's obviously a meat eater.
I'll be
isn't he?
right back. After I sniffed those clothes, do I get a then? Could I tell if those smells match the guys in the cell? And could I also use those smells to possibly find whose ever clothes they were if it wasn't them? Using some sort of tracking
in theory,
smell.
you could. Yes, I mean, you could try doing like survival checks or perception checks to track down the smell. Oh, you're a wolf. Why the fuck not? But let's deal with that in a moment because Burr, I think, is going to pick the lock, or was someone going to try and break the lock? Or
How's he getting on?
Yeah.
yeah, are we all agreed that we want to get these guys out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do.
Judas Macabre, who
Is he
that is
frozen?
hello Judas Macabre, says that's very on brand for Pock's player. I remember something relevant just in time.
That's Joe, by the way.
Our lock pickers.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Hello, Jack.
Yeah,
Our
sorry.
lock pickers
Hello,
just-
pickers.
Technical
Just
difficulties.
about
The
it.
Oh,
the
right.
lockpicker Burr has just dropped off stream. Let's quickly
I thought he
check.
was taking the piss again.
Check the Twitch chat just because see what we've got in here. So as Judas Macabre, nice to meet you. Apparently you know some of our players. Lecky Macon is back. We missed you last week. I don't remember seeing you last week, so it's nice to see you back. Flak 30, Psych Unsent, we said, Judas Macabre. There were some other people earlier on. I don't know if they're still present or not, but I did see some extra names earlier on, which was pretty cool that I didn't recognise. Okay, so Witch Bitch 98's back as well. Isn't that your missus? Yeah. So this Dasbray 303 is in here. Hello to you if you're still around. King Leviathan Exo. What module is this? If you're still around, this is the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Dasbray 303, what's everyone's favourite drink to have whilst watching D&Ds on the G&T? I'm on Jim Beam and Coke because I didn't have enough Southern Comfort left. Claus the Radiant is here, potentially. Hello to you, sir. White Vulture 3, who all is in the chat from the stream? Hello to you, for whoever you are. So yeah, it's nice to see some new names that I don't recognise in here. So thank you, everybody. Burr, you're back. Roll me your sleight of hand to pick those locks.
So hand +3.
10.
10 plus 3, 13.
No, isn't it?
Well,
Isn't it 7 plus 3?
oh, sorry,
plus
7 plus 3,
3
sorry.
for a 10. So you're in there with that lockpick and you're ticking around, and you know what? We've said it before. You're not a thiefy rogue. That's not your. It's not what you're trained to do.
Again,
and you're like, shit, I'm losing face in front of these guys. Like I've already fucked up one lock today, and then as you're just about to give up, it just clicks open.
Hey!
Oh, lovely.
Fonzie.
Hey,
Oh,
good job.
Thank you. Oh, saviours. Oh, please, help us out of here. Where are we? I mean, I don't think they took us very far. I didn't feel like we were walking very far.
Oh, I just shut up, right? We've got another block to pick.
We'll give you an escort outside. Let's sort this other kid
Get the
out
fuck
first.
out
And
of
the
here.
boy in the top.
Yeah.
Wait, how about the
And
other?
the boy's
how
at
about
the
lad,
top, and
the
he's
zombie?
like, Mum. Yeah.
Is that your kid?
Yes.
It's too late
that's
for him.
my
Let's
that's
go.
my son. Yeah, Nars.
Is he have any
Nars,
worse
it's okay,
for you?
Nars. It's okay, Nars. So Nars is about 13, and the other girl, Nilsa, is about 18. So she's late teens. So she's basically a woman.
So I'll tell you what, I'll get your son out if your daughter marries me.
Whoa!
Only joking.
He's got.
I'm about 105. It's a bit young for me.
He's an old pervert. He is. Old pervert dwarf.
Don't worry, I'll give it a go. Well, so now I need to roll me.
Flack 30 says, pissing myself, rolling on floor, laugh my arse off, Gav, for fuck's sake. PMSROFLMAO. So I'm down with the kids. I know what that's like. That means. Yeah, and the second one, you know what you're looking for. This time you look like a professional. You're like, yeah, you're over your shoulder. And you're like, watch this. And it pops open. she's 18. She's of age. She's legal. And she's looking. Let me roll for it. Hold on a second. She rolled a 19. I don't know what that means, but was that 19 to resist your charm, or was that 9? I don't know.
It's a +1 experience.
Cool. So and the boy comes out and he charges at his mum. His mum grabs him. He's a young boy. He's only 13, and they're all three of them having this big hug and all crying on the floor. And then the mum's like tucking them down, and she's like, "Please, help us out of here, please. I don't have anything to offer you, but please."
Can we escort? I'm saying this to the rest of the party. Let's take a moment to escort these guys at least to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah. We'll
And then,
get them out of the way,
then all they've got to do is head west. They can get to the farm.
Yes.
And then they can be looked after by that brave warrior there.
Do you want me to take them and you can?
No.
No.
Let's all go because it's on the way, isn't it?
We'll show.
There's another door here somewhere, isn't there?
Oh, there is.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because there's nothing this way, so we might as well take them at least to the secret passage and then let them out that way.
Yeah. So her name is.
Did we get her name?
Myrna. Basically,
her name's like Dead Woodcutter family.
Yeah, Ms, because she's a widower now. Ms Dead Woodcutter family. Myrna.
Too soon.
Myrna
Should we
Dendrar,
refer to her as that?
her
just to rub it
daughter,
in?
Nilsa, her son, Nars.
Nars.
Yeah, Nars.
Like the rapper.
Oh, that's why I got confused about the name.
So it was that
the
was
last name's Dendrar.
No, his name was.
I thought his name was Phandelver.
Dendrar.
Yeah, me too.
Got ya. We I don't know how much I can say.
You can't say anything. You're a wolf. But you can, dogs can make friendly sounds and noises. You can be like nice little whimper sound.
Can I kind of just block the door momentarily? After you've said we should all leave.
What's that, boy? Someone trapped down the well?
Can I just go up and maybe start sniffing them and
you can roll an insight to see whether or not you trust their good intentions or not. Yes.
Yeah, cut their faces. I mean their hands.
I'll go for it. What's my insight? +2. I'm being quite inquisitive. If that helps.
I mean, you don't get any bad vibes off of these people at all. They're you think that they're being honest. They're not suspicious. They're very, very upset and scared. And if you're trying to be friendly, that would be, you could make a persuasion roll. But I mean, they're all right. You're with them, with these other guys. You've just helped rescue them, and they're a little bit wary of you because you're a huge fuck off wolf. But they're and the boy especially is like hiding. But they're not coming close to you. They're eyeing you side up. But they're you sniff at them and you think that they're. I mean, if you want to be friendly, you can like a dog. You can get down and roll over a little bit. So.
Yeah, I'd like to be friendly to them, and I can't really say what I want to say. I'm being very friendly and curious.
So the boy's like tugging on the mum's clothes. It's like, my mummy, wolf is scary, and she's like it's okay, Nars. I'm sure it's like.
Sure. Yo, mums.
Your mom's.
Yo, mums, this wolf is whack. Sorry, that was terrible.
I think. I can't really say what I want to say, so I'll leave it.
What are you trying to say, Sean? For God's sake,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it because I can't.
Of course,
speak, can I?
Just say it.
Just say it.
I mean, like, are we happy just with the information of just their name?
What do you want to know?
Yeah, let's take them the hell out of here. And,
do we know where to
get on
find
with
them later?
owning.
I think we might need them.
Send them to the farm with the woman and the young warrior.
Yeah.
I think we need a lead to follow up on later.
So what we do is we take them to the cave and then we meet them back at the farm. Like we tell them, travel west. You'll see a wall. Follow the wall. You'll get to a farm.
Yeah.
Stay there.
Cool.
I think we know that
to run away.
it's the woodcutter's missus and daughter and son and
I just
whatever.
want them to flee.
Which we don't want to go back to town. So if they go to the farm, they can chill out there. And we just say, don't tell the red brands. They're not going to.
Yeah,
they don't trust the red brands.
We'll get them to sort of drop our names at the farm, and then she'll look after them.
Sounds good. Happy days.
Yeah. So let's get these people the F on out of here.
Out of here.
Hey.
This is no place for minors.
I tell you what, Pock, you can. I'm gonna pat him on the head. I'm gonna point.
Sorry, guys, I've got
you take point.
I just got to nip out 1 minute. Sorry.
Oh,
you're going to head back.
I'll lead the way then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back the way you came into the cavern room.
Yeah, let's go where we've. Yeah, let's not go for any new doors.
Okay. So you need to be able to. Let's see. Let me just get rid of these tokens so I don't accidentally drag them. Just delete them. Right. And you're still staying in wolf form? Are you...
Yeah, I'll sort of head up, sniffing my way through just in case anything's appeared since we've come through. Keeping my perception.
I'm going to move you all, so I'm going to leave those other people in the other room because I don't need to move them really. They can just stay there, but they're with you from behind. You can roll me. So if you're sniffing along and stuff, then roll a perception.
Um,
15, yeah? No? Or is that an old roll? That's an old roll.
Okay. Oh, no. No, that was my last one, yeah. I was just checking my perception.
Yeah. So
I have advantage on that as well.
I don't know if you can do any better than a 20. You rolled a natural 20, so you can do better than that. So, natural 20.
Oh, did you? Oh, no, that's
17 sorry. 17 plus 3 is 20, yeah, and then 8. So you take the highest one in there, which is a 20. So that's pretty good. Well done. So yes, you absolutely do now notice it. Let me just. Fucking shortcuts are a piece of shit. Doesn't help that I'm busting for a wee. Do you see that?
Oh no.
It does look like a one-eye thing, so you can see it hiding behind. You can't because you're a little bit further back, and Sean Pock is in front, kind of scouting the way. So let me see. I can't remember how.
We shouldn't have come back this way, guys. It's a bad idea.
Well, let's feed it these people. We've got free snacks for it, right?
Let me see if I can show you guys a picture of what it looks like. What's it called? Somebody's barking. That wasn't my dog. That was somebody else's.
Oh. I think there's...
Wasn't mine.
Attacking the birds in the garden.
I don't know if I can
in the jungle.
How to share. I can't remember how to share to you guys. So what I'll do is the old-fashioned thing of, if I do that, can you? Only some of you are going to be able to see that. All right.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's this big thing.
It.
It's got one eye. I'll describe it to you in a minute, but I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger there, I think, for the first half of the show. What you see is this massive... what should I say? So, there is... Yeah, massive eye creature.
Eye creature.
The one-eyed monster. The one-eyed monster. And it's eyeing at you. And it freezes like a cat in headlights or a fox in headlights. And it's... you hear in your head, not verbally out loud, and you all hear that, all of you. That's it for part one.
Just laugh.
And then, yeah. So if you're listening to the podcast, then that'll be the end of the first episode, and there'll be another part coming out. If you're on the stream, please do stay with us. We're going to take a short break just here. My wife's been trying to call me. She's at work. My wife works at hospital as an HCA, so she's working night shift tonight. So she's doing her part. So I just want to make sure that it's not urgent. But I'm also busting for a piss. So I hope you've enjoyed everything so far. Thank you very much to everybody who's come in. The not Judas McCarver. Sorry, that's somebody you know. There was somebody else whose name I called out who said they were part of a raid. So we've been raided again. But it's cool that they've stuck around, which is cool. And then we've got some people trying to sell shit in the chat as well. They've obviously just come to sell, so I'm not even going to bother shouting them out because, if you're taking advantage of us, so fuck them. Yeah. Who was it? I've lost his name. Oh, I don't know who it was. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so thanks to everyone for joining us. It's been great. We're going to take a short break, so please do stay along. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Top our drinks up, have a smoke, have a wee, and stay tuned. Thank you. Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of episode 6 of the D&D show. How's everyone doing? A good break? Excellent. I thought I was going to piss myself. Literally, the last half an hour, I've been sitting in the chair wiggling like this, like all over the place, like I was just like, but yeah. So that was well needed. Sweet relief. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll make it through the next half now without having to go again. Cool. So brilliant. So we were just chatting a little bit off stream before we came on. We were talking about the monster that you've just been revealed. It is called a Nothic. You don't know this in character, of course, but just for people at home, that's what it is called, a Nothic. So anybody on the podcast won't be able to see it, but basically it's... I'll try... I'm shit at describing it. I've got a picture here. I'll try and describe it. So it is bipedal, so it stands on 2 legs. It's got really spiky back, one giant massive eye in the middle, and a maw of spiky teeth. You've all heard it laughing inside your head, but for Pock's benefit, who can see it, it's not talking. Its mouth is not making that noise. That noise is inside your head, just like in last week when it was talking directly to you inside your head. So it's got like spikes and stuff on its back, really mussy, scaly, like some kind of oh shit, fucking dog, go away. Yeah, kind of. Big claws and stuff. If anyone wants to know what it is, it's a Nothic. Look it up in the Monster Manual or in the Lost Mine of Phandelver book. It's in there as well. My dog's just nearly knocking over my drink, so I do apologise. Go away. All right, love you. Yeah. Oh, little puppy. Little puppy.
Aw.
Oh, here we go. Big scratch. This is her playtime. Normally, like after the kids go to bed of an evening, like we sit down and play and rough and tumble and throw toys and stuff around. So she's a little bit bored, I think. But this is it. This is it.
Give her a set of dice.
Leave that back alone. That's not
Get her in.
Some big dice.
Have I got-
Yes, some big
Where's
dice.
your
That'd be
chin?
amazing.
Well, this is good airwaves, isn't it? What have we got?
Yeah.
I think he's got too used to Sean being a wolf. He's expecting the dog to reply.
Have that.
The dog starts
The
metagaming.
bone. Does anyone remember my
I don't
dog's
remember
name?
Luke's dog's name.
Oh, that's a good... Roll
Lolita,
a d20 for
yeah.
the one who
Oh,
has
isn't
to
it? Isn't it?
recap.
Is it Lolita?
Yeah.
Lady of the Night or something. Yeah, that's what-
Lolita.
Lady of the Night.
Lady of the
Yeah,
night.
she's
yeah.
gorgeous little girl. I might put a picture of her on the Twitter or something for people if they're interested. She's a lovely little dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right,
is
we're
it.
into the game.
Yeah, make her an enemy, like a big 6-foot
I'll be back in a
version.
second. This is really unprofessional, but
Too big.
my
name.
a little electric cover where the PlayStation and everything is open. I don't want to drag it out anything and eating it. So hold on, 2 seconds.
Needs must.
Pulls out the Final Fantasy disc.
No.
The question is,
There we go,
does
we're back.
Lolita know how to fight?
When I just went out for a fag in the break, and she's found one of the kids' toys, like a little spade or something or another, a little plastic toy, and she just ripped it to shreds. Last night I was having a bath, and I was on my own 'cause my wife's on nights, so I had a bath, and there was this. Also, she was whimpering and like crying like she'd been hurt, and she'd had a fight with one of the cats, obviously. And I come into the living room, tables everywhere, everything's a mess. And then I was cleaning up, and I realised that there's glass on the floor. I was like, "Fuck, what's happening? There's glass on the floor." She'd managed to find my son's glasses and chewed up his glasses and cracked all of the glass and everything. Yeah. And of course we're in lockdown, so I
Wow.
can't get him replaced.
No way.
Yeah, we've
Oh,
got.
dear.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not that
that's-
bad.
So
He
now
only has
your
to wear
son
them when
is
he's
blind.
watching telly and
Blind
stuff. And
son.
he does have a spare pair, but the spare pair don't fit him properly. But
That's
Did you
yeah,
say
like a little plastic
the
like
dog
bucket and
found like a
spades. Yeah, but
spade
just the...
toy?
No,
I thought
she
you said
does.
it's
She
gonna
does
say
dig
start
though. I've
digging
had
a hole
to
or
this
something.
week. I've had to
Like,
put
whoa.
a fence around our plants and everything in the garden because she was digging up in there and stuff. Little bastard. Anyway, let's get back to D&D because otherwise Gavin's going to get shitty again. So
yes. I will. Yeah. I'll start
all right,
writing this out.
here we
Don't
go.
worry.
Roll 20. Let's bring that up here. Okay, so the last thing you heard was suddenly it realised it's been seen. This creature with the one-eyed monster, and it's laughing in your head. What do you do?
Laugh back.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna
just-
check. I'm gonna check myself for magic mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going in on them.
Hey.
right. Well, I think would you?
So
You said this was a creature, didn't you? Just for
it's
future
not something that you
reference
can
in
turn
terms of
into,
stats
unfortunately. Well,
on my
maybe it
sheet.
is, but you don't know.
Oh no! Oh, that'd be amazing. Oh no! I've got it. It says if your enemy.
What
is a
extra stuff can
creature,
you
then
do?
this
Come on,
extra
so
stuff,
tell us
so
about
I
your
wanted to
character.
check If what this counts.
Circle of the Moon. Oh, the creature. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're-
So a direwolf. Oh no! This is sorry, the wolf that I currently am. It just has to make a strength saving throw if it's a
yeah,
creature,
okay.
and if it
I remember
misses, it's knocked
in
prone.
terms of combat.
In terms of
What's
combat.
give me the full
I just
text on
wanted
that.
to
Maybe
check.
I might be able to see whether or not that's something that we can look into.
So melee and attack, which is the bite, +5 to hit, 5 foot reach, 1 target. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a
Yeah, so it
DC
is a creature.
13
So creature is
strength
just
saving throw or be knocked
anything
prone.
that's not a chair, basically, or a piece of furniture. So yeah,
Yeah.
so if you were to attack it, then it would need to do that. That is
Cool.
correct.
Okie doke.
So you're
I
going to
think, yeah,
embrace it
I
in
think I'm gonna
combat.
make a run,
Okay,
yeah.
wicked. In that case, everybody needs to roll initiative.
And
Yeah.
initiative.
10 plus.
You've got access to the thingy-majiggy,
Three,
so you
dang.
can put that in when you're ready. So
Oh,
Yep.
11.
I really do need to sort out the old D&D Beyond. I did look at D&D Beyond.
So what we can look at, I mean, you won't be able to build your character in D&D Beyond without paying for the modules. Okay. But the other tool that I use, which I'm not going to say on recording because, they are working on a functionality to do something similar to be able to import it in here, so we can explore that definitely.
Okay.
We'll talk about that off stream. Yeah.
Well,
right, we've got Indecent 19, Scapes 19, Burr 13, Pock 11. But you get a -1.
I actually rolled a natural 20, but I got a -1 on one. That's bullshit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so natural 20.
Bullshit.
So lots of games, GMs, and players, whatever, do work on the rule that a natural 20 is always a success and the best you can get. By rules as written, the only time that is actually true is in combat. So on an attack roll, a natural 20 is an automatic success and a critical, same as a -1 is an automatic miss and fail. But with anything else, when it's ability checks or whatever, that's not true. You still add on your modifiers. So the reason I remember having a debate with our friends a while ago that we have both played with before, James. And the reason I don't like the idea of a natural 20 always being a success is because there are going to be circumstances where you just cannot do it. And it doesn't matter what you roll, there's going to be things that you just physically cannot do. And saying that you've got a 5% chance of automatically succeeding at anything in life is bullshit. So, it would be good. It would be good.
That would be good, though.
And that's
that
right.
wouldn't
in
be
combat,
very
yes, a
realistic.
natural 20 is an automatic success, but outside of combat, it's not. All right. So, but based on your initiative looks like the turn order's put you at first, Scapes. Personally, I don't know why. I think Millicent probably should have gone first because she's got the higher dex, but it's put you first. Sexist, probably. I'm going to swap you over. I've done it. I've swapped you over. Millicent, you can go first.
Yeah, probably.
Ladies first. So,
right, I didn't want to. But...
It makes a little bit more sense simply because the way that I've ordered your tokens on the map anyway is that Millicent, you're directly behind Pock, so you can actually see what's happening. As for Scapes is technically at the back. So there you go. You've seen this thing up front, and Pock has started growling, and you've heard this laughing in your head. Nothing else has happened. What are you going to do? You probably can. I mean, you failed your perception roll before, but you definitely know something's there. So no, I don't think you can because you didn't roll high enough on your perception before. But if you were to move forward, then yes, you probably can.
Okay. Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted to know. So I'll do 1, 2. 3.
There you go. And you see that nothing stood right in front of you, looking at you all like a scared cat. Like, do I run? What do I do?
I'll take a shot. Right, crossbow to the face.
That might hit. I don't know what the stats are. We'll find out. Probably
16.
Yeah, that hits. So 3 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, bit naff. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get back behind that wall, just there. And I would like to use my bonus action to inspire Scapes.
Oh, thank you.
So you got a 1d6 you can add to something if you need it.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you.
My last one.
Okay. Scapes, you're up.
It's me.
Okay, is it me? Right. Can I move 15 just so I can see?
That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah. Okay. 15. Okay, so I'd like to move kind of up and to the side of it.
So you've
that'd be
moved
my whole
forward
movement.
15 foot, got inside front of Pock, you've seen it, and you've charged forward another 15 foot to get next to it. Yeah. Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, and now can I attack? Long sword.
Unfortunately, sir, you miss. I mean, you've
14.
kind of jumped. Yeah, you've run forwards. You've done some kind of weird sliding kind of football tackle to get past Pock through its legs, and you dived up and ran forward. And as you've run forward, you've just and you miss. It would have been fucking awesome if you'd done it.
And then-
Roll your d6 if you want to.
Oh, can I?
Yes,
can
you
I
can.
add? Can I add my D6 to that?
Yeah, because Millicent gave you the.
Okay, let's roll
yeah.
D6 then.
Just shout.
Yeah, good shout. Yeah,
So as you have swished past,
5.
That will be a hit then,
That makes
sir.
it
That makes
19.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
boy.
That's the one.
It says
11 points of
11
damage.
slashing there.
It didn't like that,
Ooh.
but it's. Anything else?
Good man.
I can imagine.
Anything else? Gloat, I suppose.
I cast
Uh,
float.
Belly
no,
laugh.
I've used my whole movement. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, just get ready.
All right, I think. What's it gonna do? I think as you're engaged in combat, I think it will. At the What's its movement? Let's have a look here. What can it do? Probably should have read up on its stats beforehand. Really, I wasn't expecting it to come back this way for some reason, so I didn't bother looking at it. Okay, it's going to move, which means you will get an attack of opportunity against it.
Isn't
but,
it Burr's turn? Okay. So what do I roll? Do I?
You will do. So that's. So you can move in
Are
any
enemies
order.
allowed to
so
move
you
before their
can
turn, then?
move your full movement and attack. You can attack and then move. You can move a little bit, attack and then move again. So you can break your movement up.
No, I think what he means is it wasn't.
It's meant to be Burr's go.
It's meant to be Burr's
Burr's
go,
your go.
and not the eyes go.
In the
I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
I was so
I have-
confused.
I have.
I didn't realise.
Wait, it's Spurs go, and then it's
No, you
Pock's
can't.
go, and then it's
I didn't
all
realise we could move
No, it's not.
out of
And you know
turn. I was
what?
like, wow,
Yeah.
this opens up so many
I got
possibilities.
excited because as
Yeah, it
Scapes
would,
was
wouldn't
going,
it?
I was reading the stat block. I was like, oh, I can do this. No, but I'll have to wait.
Yeah.
It might also
you
be
wanna be-
because I
you
too
might be
am also
dead
probably
before
more
you
drunk
get
at the
to
moment
have a
than
go.
I have been in some
okay.
time. Oh, we'll see. We're just going to get messy.
Hey. Amazing. By the way, while I was
Yeah, having a shit.
otherwise engaged,
Having
with
a
the
shit, yeah.
with
Just say it.
the IBS, it's a problem, guys. Come on.
I would assume that you did. I would assume that you
Did
did.
I
Yeah,
pick
of
up
course
my
you did.
bow? I'm guessing I picked up my bow.
Yeah.
I guess I did. Yeah. So
Yeah, we got it for you.
I shall move to there, and I shall
Ah,
take a shot with my
Shot.
short bow on
short back.
Okay.
the said doobie
Yep.
what's it 15
Okay.
plus
20 overall. That'll
my
hit.
plus 5, which is 20, which will hit, of course. Plus 1d6.
You've hit, so you
Oh,
don't
and I
need
do
to,
have
but you can keep on
inspiration
with another
still
one.
as well.
What I would suggest you do, very quickly for me, can you read the text on your sneak
Yeah.
attack? If you've got the full text.
Yep. 1d extra damage on attack where you have advantage on another enemy or creature within 5
I think I might
foot.
have paraphrased it on your character sheet. I'm just going to double check because I'm not sure if you, because Scapes is engaged in combat with it, and you're
Melee.
shooting from melee, so I'm not sure if you would get it on. So sneak attack, beginning at first level, you know how to strike subtly and exploit a foe's distraction. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. If you have advantage on the attack roll, the attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon. You don't need advantage on the attack roll. If another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Yes, so you've made the ranged attack. Yeah, you've made the ranged attack, and
So
you can do another d6. You've done 4
pretty
already.
cool.
So I
4
can
plus
do
what
another
already?
d6. 4 plus
Yeah.
what's this one? Sorry, my short bow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Four.
So you've done 4 plus 3 is 7 plus the 5 for your sneak
1d6
attacks.
plus 3.
So 12, yeah? Nice.
Yeah. 12. Yeah.
Nice.
I think the wolf has that same thing by the looks of it.
And
That's your
so
complete attack.
Is that my complete attack?
I don't know if you've got anything else you can do.
Yep. And
So inspiration means that you can roll 2
inspiration if I
d20s and
wanna
take a
use
higher
it.
result. So it gives yourself advantage. But you don't need to. You can save that. You've still
So I
got
don't need
a
to do
bonus
that, I don't
action.
need
So
to
you've
do
got
that.
your
That's fine,
cunning
that's
action
fine.
you could use to move
Yep, yep.
again or do something if you wanted to. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just. I'm fine where I am. To be fair, I'm not in any position to be. I
You don't
will
have
move.
to. If that's a
I'll
good
move up
position
there.
for you, you can stay there.
It's fine. I can move.
Don't make me force.
I
Yeah,
guess
that's fine.
it's.
So you're going to stay. So
yeah, I guess
basically,
it's- I'll
just
stay where
again
I am.
for our
It's
audio
fine.
listeners,
Yeah.
so
For
Millicent,
the audio listeners, I am.
so
in-
Millicent ran forward,
Go on,
shot her
go on,
crossbow,
go on.
and then dived back
Go on,
behind
dear.
the corner behind Pock. Scapes charged in, took a swing and missed, and then Burr again dived in front. Oh, you did hit because you used your inspiration. That's right. Sorry.
No, I didn't
yeah,
miss.
the bardic
I hit.
inspiration.
I used
And
my
then
dice
Burr
to hit.
charged in, shot with the bow, hit, and it's just inside the room to the north. Pock, you're up because the Nothic rolled shit on the initiative. You might not even get a go.
Excellent. Just before we do that, I presume
They're all behind you somewhere,
and the wife
and they
are
haven't even seen
back
yet. So I would
sort
have
of
assumed
where we
that
came
probably
from,
somebody
round the
would have said,
corner,
"Stay
that
there,"
way.
and then you've all charged forward, and they're like all cowering behind the corner, like, "Oh my god, what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on?"
I am. So I've
Yeah.
got this thing called pack tactics, and I believe it was similar to what Burr has. The wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 foot
Cool.
of the creature and the
That sounds
ally
good.
isn't
I'm just
incapacitated.
bringing that up on my guide. Yeah, it's a
Excellent.
dire wolf. Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
The wolf
so
has
it's called
advantage on an
pack
attack roll against a
tactics.
creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 foot. Yeah, so exactly that. So you don't get the extra damage like Burr does, but you get to roll with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, as
right,
long as
I'm
you've got a
gonna-
10-foot square
can I
to
fill
move
this
in
space
attack,
here?
that's fine. Yep. So you can get right there. You can then make your attack.
Yep. Have a little jumpy jump. So
Chubby chop chop.
forgot what I had to be +5 to hit.
19 on the first die, but you've got advantage,
That's
so
a
you can roll again. You
19.
might get a nat 20.
I think I will.
No, but you still hit with that first roll. So you hit and then roll your damage.
Stick with a 19. Lovely, and that is 2d6.
So 10 points of damage in total. Lovely. And then
That's
it has to make a saving throw, yeah?
Oh yes, yeah. Succeed a
So
DC
it's
13
that.
strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Strength saving throw, DC 13.
Got that.
Yeah, saves. I rolled an 18, so it didn't matter what you...
Oh, okay. As I ran past Burr and Millicent, I just gave them a kind of little look and a cheeky head nod back to the kids and the wife.
Look after the children. Don't worry, I will. I've got myself invested
Future
in that
Mrs.
18-year-old.
Bolt
Don't worry about that.
Cool. All right.
Future
Is it my
Bolt
turn now? Do I actually get to have a go? Are you sure you don't mind?
Oh, go
Oh
on.
yeah.
We'll let you.
I forget
Actually,
about
no.
those.
Fuck me. So it
Blows
changes
it,
everything.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Because if I
does.
move and give away 2 opportunity attacks, it's probably going to die. Yeah, it's looking really, really rough. Really, blood's pouring out of the wound where you just bit it. Yeah, but which eye?
Out of its eye.
Jap's eye.
Oh,
you had to say it.
You so specific you guys here, so Scapes and Pock, but and Burr, no, just use two because you can see. So Pock and Scapes, you hear that voice in your head, and it's like, don't, please, don't kill me. I can help. Treasure. I can, please. I mean you no harm. Why would I ever believe that? I had an opportunity earlier on. I didn't attack. I didn't. Just watch.
Well, it's technically Millicent's go.
Yeah. It's up to you. You can talk as a free action at any point. As long as I've just gone over the mark a little bit. 'Cause technically, you've got 6 seconds. So yeah, in all of this, you can say something, and you've just heard that.
Nah, kill it.
Yeah.
It's in my mind. Kill it.
We can't do anything, can we? Even if it's
mean?
not an attack. No, I would kind of, if we wanted to put it in a threatening, like, not that we can do it with this, but for example, if it was a goblin, we could grab it by the throat and hold it up.
You can say that. You can't do that. No, because you need an action for that. But you can talk back as a free action, yeah.
So that needs to be like a turn, right? Okay.
I
just
growl
at it, yeah.
Nothing particular in there. When role-playing a Nothic, consider speaking in whispers.
Yeah, no worries.
And throwing in some mad cackles and bits of gibberish. I think I've done that pretty well. Also,
Yeah.
Smashed it, mate.
Done that well.
Yeah, he's talking shit, man. Let's kill this bastard.
Yeah, let's just kill the fucker. He's not part
murder
of that mission.
hobos. Your gods are watching you.
Really not.
Yeah, but this thing's obviously evil. It talks in your mind. It has one eye.
Of course. Yeah.
I just heard gold. That's all.
One eye, scales.
I heard gold, but are you going to believe that thing?
Let's have a look.
Destroy.
Stick to what we. Yeah.
Well, you can if you want, but I'm down for killing it.
Yeah, I'm totally down for killing it.
I really can't do anything else as a wolf anyway, so I'm not.
Yeah,
Might as well. Sure go. I mean, if they've shouted to you to kill it or to wait or what, I don't know. It's up to them. I'm just reading the chat.
Millicent smash.
I will step out.
I don't know. I mean, it's a shame you guys don't keep an eye on the chat while you're playing, really, because there's some stuff in there. Where are you? You can see it, but again, you're going to be shooting through. You can definitely see it, but if you use the tape, you are shooting through people. So again, like earlier on, I will give it some extra cover as an AC boost because it's a difficult shot, and potentially, if it goes awry, you could potentially shoot one of your colleagues.
Let's hope I don't roll a 1 then, guys.
Nope.
Did that roll? No. Oh.
No.
I think it's come up.
That will hit. I mean, even if I gave him like
number,
3/4 cover, which is a +5 to AC, that still hits. So that's fine. Script 4 points of damage.
It's dead.
Still standing.
Yeah. Can I just, as a bit of flavour, just say in character, I've never heard of a creature that looks that ugly.
It doesn't take the most astute person to notice either. By the way, Millicent, that again, metagaming slightly, but in character, you generally, you've been fighting this for 6 seconds. It's coward. It's not attacked. It's being bitten. It's being shot at. It's being hit with a sword, and it's just cowering. Now you can see it. It's cowering, and it's visibly pleading for its life.
Okay.
And it's like
I fired.
It's really.
Millicent is like the proper evilest character
my God.
to hear.
I
by far.
I love the way she's
play
accidentally evil.
straight, and oh man, it's too late now.
Well, who's up next? Scapes?
Who's up next?
What are you going to do?
No. Okay.
Look,
Look, it's
run over and be
cowering.
like, "Oh my god, are you all right?"
Look, it's cowering. Now's our chance to kill it. And I swing.
Really? Oh, God. Are you a cleric?
No, I'm
No,
a
he's a
paladin.
Okay, of
So,
course.
so you've just
20
ignored its
slashing
pleas
9.
for help. Okay. All right.
He's just
Yeah.
pulling out of his misery. Gosh.
With anything less than 2 eyes, I don't
That-
trust.
Okay.
Anything more?
So you
More
have
less than
cut.
2.
All right. Let me just deal with this. Okay.
Oh, geez.
Is it dead yet?
I'd love it if this story turned out to be that thing was quintessential to our mission.
Yeah,
Just-
that is Gundry and it's been changed.
So
into
just to
this.
recap here. Okay. So again, anybody who hasn't listened to last week's episode, you came through this crevice. This room.
Millicent killed it.
It talked in your head. And it kind of, it maybe made some idle threats, but it didn't attack you or show any aggression. You left it alone. You've come back and found it. You've all jumped on it and attacked it and shot it and smacked it and bit it. It's pleaded with you and begging you for mercy and its life. And what your 9 points of damage that you've just done to it, Scapes, what do you do? How do you finish it off? And that
I basically hitting it with my sword as if it was like a fly that got in the room. I'm like, oh, like that, just going mad.
and bits of blood are
Feeling
just
it.
squirting out.
Yeah, on my head.
And you're just drenched. It's just squirting. You're just covered,
Yeah.
and that, like you've hit it in the eye, and that's
Ugh.
squelching out. It's like weird eye kind of
Yeah,
white
and that's all of it,
like kind of-
basically.
eye jelly is all squeezing out of it, and it's
Hi, jelly. Yeah.
it's dead.
Thank God, now there's only 2 voices in my head again.
I feel bad for engaging. Oh no.
Can we
Right, let's get these
have a
suckers
look
to
through
the...
the jelly?
Well, yeah. Let's look through the jelly.
Yeah, look through
Yeah,
the
while
jelly
he's-
and... Sorry.
I was
Is there
just
anything
going to
in the
agree with
jelly?
you, James. Is that while Burr's
Okay,
looking
so
through the
you-
jelly, I'm going to go and get the family
You
of
search for his.
people.
Yeah, get him
Yeah.
out.
Go on.
That's fine. You
I
search
was
for
just
his
going to
body.
get me up.
Yeah,
go on.
it's got a bloody squish remains. I mean, it was essentially naked. It wasn't wearing any clothes. And no, you.
It's not even wearing any
There's, like,
skin
bones
now.
jutting out of it, and its spikes are all bashed up and stuff. Yeah, take a bone. That's
Oh,
fine.
I'll take a bone.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Definitely, yeah. We
I'll
need
chuck a
some
bone
of
to...
I
I'm
want a
gonna
little
run
jar
off
of
my
mush, please.
Yeah, I mean, you
Want a
might
jar
have
of
like a
mush?
water skin or
Yeah, I
something in
want a
your
jar of
pouch that you
mush,
can probably
please.
empty out and put some mush in. I don't know if- or you've got some potions. You could just empty
fine.
one of your potions and fill that
I
up.
want some mush.
I think I've got.
No,
No, don't
no,
do
no,
that.
no. I'm keeping me healing potions, but I'm going
Okay.
Just lick some.
No,
to
you
have a
don't
little
find
taste.
anything on its naked, beaten up, blooded, squashed remains, unfortunately.
Damn.
So this room, just again, 'cause it's been a week again. It's for the audio listeners, it's a large room, quite long, with a massive crevasse through the middle of it. A cold breeze fills this large natural cavern, carrying with it the faint scent of decaying flesh. A crevasse divides the cavern and is flanked by 2 rough stone columns that support the 20-foot high ceiling. There was 2 arched wooden bridges spanning the chasm, one at the north end, one at the south end, but Millicent broke the one on the south with a... So that's no longer there.
Millicent broke one.
At the bottom of the crevasse, there's loads of bones and stuff like that. It's not filled with bones, but they're sporadically kind of placed around. And there's a body as well, which is barely half eaten at the moment as well. The crevasse is a steep-sided fissure, 5 to 15 wide and a 20-foot deep. It's rough walls, you are climbable, blah, 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 blah. As Millicent found out, if you fall down there, you take some damage. One thing I forgot to tell you last week, actually, Millicent, so let's just retcon this, is the bottom of the crevasse, because you did fall in there. The bottom of the crevasse does feel unnaturally cold when you're down there, all right? Currently heaped at the bottom among broken and well-gnawed bones is a body that I forgot to tell you about last week. There we go. And that's about it for now. And you went and got the family.
Yeah, should we get them out?
Yeah.
Head back to the entrance.
Let's do that.
So the plan is to take them to the entrance of the cave, point them in the direction of the wall and the farm, and just to say, look, drop our names down there.
And the
then-
farmers,
and
the
she'll
farmer
look
look
after
after
you.
you.
Is it
Yeah.
safe?
But don't go in there
maybe.
until we come back,
Is it-
basically.
Is it
Yeah.
dead? Oh.
Oh, it's not getting up. Don't worry.
That'll be
Please.
fine. We'll
Just
escort
gonna-
you to the entrance.
It's
Just
mush.
going to leave. Okay.
Just conjunctivitis.
As you walk them down, you go past the crevasse and you cross the bridge at the north. Okay, so
I'm not going to cross the bridge. I'm going to stay put. Unless I can go down the ravine and back up. I don't want to break the bridge because I'm massive.
Okay, so as you get in there and they start crossing the bridge, the girl, the young girl, screams a high-pitched scream, and she's like, "Daddy!" And then the woman looks down there as well, and she also, and she just starts sobbing. She's like, "Thel, my Thel, what have they done to you, my Thel?" And she just grabs the boy and tucks his face into her body so he can't see. And my boy, my husband, my love, Thel.
Don't worry, we'll save him.
He's dead.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, I'll be your new daddy.
Yeah. Burr will sort that out. Let's
Okay.
go, quick.
I'm just
Yeah.
So let's get him out and say,
barreling
look,
across this bridge. with
if
them.
we can, we'll bring his body back with us.
Yeah.
No, let's just...
Oh, I can't say that.
You can't speak. Shut up, Pock.
No.
Stop making promises you can't keep, your shit.
All you do is going rah, 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 rah,
Just
rah.
chatting away to myself.
Can I put my hand over
You
the
certainly
girl's screaming
can
mouth to
make
try and stop her from screaming?
a dexterity check, I suppose, contested to see if it's like a grapple. Go for it. No, I won't even bother rolling. Yeah, that's fine. You do it. So you put. And she's just like muttering.
Shut up, bitch! Shut up!
And she's like, yeah. Okay.
Shut your mouth, bitch.
Yeah.
Can I make a
You don't even
marriage
know what
roll?
she looks like.
She rolled a 19 against you.
I
mate.
don't care.
Are you
I'm
talking
not fucking
about Burr,
dwarf.
or are you talking about real life?
Have you seen Dwarf Women? It's a bit of both, mate. Hey.
You're the worst one of the lot, Minister.
Mother of this group than today.
What would be nice, actually?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You break bridges and kill eye monsters and all sorts of things.
Tie things up for sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
If at any point any of you guys get the opportunity when you level up to speak with animals, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that on purpose. Okay, so the aim of that move was to stop her from maybe alerting like the entire mansion to our presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just trying to get them out as quickly as possible.
I mean, like Pock couldn't have actually said anything, but yeah, quite obviously the half-eaten body at the bottom is that of none other than Dendrar, not Dendrar, Dendrar. Is half-eaten down there. Pock, you said that you climbed down into the crevasse and then climbed back. I'm not going to make you roll because it's not urgent. You can you can climb down that safely. As I'm happy with that. And as I said before, when you're down there, it's unnaturally cold. Have you climbed down just next to the bridge where you are? Okay, make a perception roll because you're a wolf and stuff and have keen smells and stuff. Fuck me. So I'm actually going to read you the text because
Natural 20, baby.
As I said, make a perception roll. I thought I better just
smell
load
the
up
shit
my
out of
little
that.
guide here to see what it says. And it says, the Nothic keeps its hoard in a battered wooden chest hidden in a cubbyhole at the bottom of the crevasse under the north bridge. The chest can't be seen from the edge of the crevasse, but is obvious to any character who descends into the fissure. So you didn't even need to roll; you would have seen it anyway. So you find, you're down there. When you're down there, you just suddenly see this chest down there in the crevasse under that north bridge.
Ow!
Otherwise,
just to let everyone know.
The family are sobbing and they don't want to leave without their husband, and they're begging you, please, can you please get his body? He needs to be laid to rest.
I think he's pretty at rest, don't you?
You're the most paladin I've ever seen.
I reckon Pock can just like sling him out.
Yeah, Pock, sling him on your shoulder.
Pock's just gonna like sling him up.
I just hope no one's
reckon?
looking while I pop his like bone that I picked up earlier on just down.
Just pop it back.
Yeah, pop it down. I'll have that later.
Yeah, well, like, look, I'm glad we killed the eye thing. Look, we can have its chest anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid
Damn
thing.
straight. Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a chest down there that the wolf's growling at.
Yeah, what's in it?
I mean, we've just sidelined this poor family who are crying.
Yeah, what?
Hold that
Well,
thought.
not
We've
really,
just
but
found
yeah,
chest.
okay. They're
Well,
still
Millicent
crying,
hushed
but
their cries, didn't she?
They understand they need to be quiet. Okay, so you're taking a second to
We've
have a
slapped
look in
the
this
kid and
chest as
walked
you
away.
climb down there. Okay. So you open it up. Have you got your notepads ready?
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Okay, the chest contains
yeah.
160 silver pieces, 120 gold pieces,
Ooh.
Are you taking that, Burr?
gems of
Yeah.
malachite,
Yes.
5 malachite gems.
How do you
ACH
spell malachite?
MALACH.
potions that,
MALACHITE.
if you were playing Diablo, would be red in colour, and a scroll. One scroll and 2 potions. If you give them a whiff.
one scroll,
In
yeah.
the player's handbook in the rules, it says that potions are easily be discernible by just a small sniff and a little tiny taste. You can tell instantly they are 2 potions of healing.
Oh, we got 4 potions of healing, boys.
Yeah, mate.
Didn't we? I thought you. Oh yeah. So.
No, I
chest.
healed him, didn't I? Like
He
an
healed
idiot.
me. Yeah.
The chest also
That's all right because we got 4
holds,
now.
chest,
That's
also
fine.
holds a longsword in a silver chased scabbard. The sword is
For me.
inscribed with the name Talon, and its hilt is worked in the shape of a bird of prey with outspread wings. If anybody who is in the vicinity,
That's
of it
my
would
lost
like to
sword.
roll a history check. Well, an intelligence check,
Yeah.
and if you
Oh,
have
I've got a good one of
proficiency
those, if
in
you want me
history,
to.
then you can add
Can
on
I-
proficiency in history. Yes, you can.
Can I do that as the wolf? I've got +6 history if you want me to do it.
Yeah, go on.
So D20
That's fine.
plus
You've
6.
done it. So you
And
hello,
what's
have you
the other
rolled?
thing
Sorry?
to add?
Another nat 20. Knocking out the natural 20s again tonight.
Oh,
Natural
no.
20.
Okay, so
Bang,
you
bang,
think back and
bang.
you think about everything you know, and you think about this town.
You're
You've read
welcome.
lots of books again. In your character background that you've read books and stuff. You've reckoned thinking about this place, Phandalin, the mansion, the name Tresendar, and you think that actually you just suddenly realise that the last lord of the manor was a great knight named Aldif Tresendar. He was also known as the Black Hawk, and you also know that Sir Aldif was last assumed dead fighting off the orcs that attacked the town all those 300 years ago. And this was obviously his famous sword. Pock knows that. Yeah,
Do we
Pock
all
knows
know that?
His character
Or was
background, I
that
think, is
just
the Acolyte, which
the
means
wolf?
that he's got some kind of thing about where he gets proficiency in history checks, but he also, if he doesn't know a piece of lore, he knows where he can go and find the piece of lore in the
Cool.
library. But he's obviously read this book. He was heading towards Phandalin.
Yeah.
So he obviously had read up on the town before he decided to leave there.
So it's a silver
I'm a
tool.
sage. I have the researcher
That's the one, yeah.
thing. I think is that what you meant?
Oh.
Yeah.
Does anyone else use longswords?
No use to me.
No,
You
I'm
absolutely
a
Can I-
pick
rapier
it up
kind
in
of
your
guy.
hands.
Can I has it? Well,
Oh.
is everyone okay? Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, is everyone cool with me taking his sword? Because I don't care. I want it.
Is anyone able to have a little sniff around it to check it's okay to touch?
I'll
Can I
grab the
do
sword.
a Arcana check on the
Too
Oh,
late.
So
Scapes is
He's
happy.
grabbed it.
Scapes is happy to grab it.
Arcana doesn't work
Yeah.
like an
Get hold
instant
of that.
detect magic thing. It's more about the history
Okay,
of
okay.
magical
Oh,
items
okay.
and things like that. So to detect if something is magical or cursed or anything like
Right.
that, then you would need to be able to cast a detect magic spell on it. Okay. So Scapes, have you just taken the sword?
Okie doke.
Excellent. So when you hold it in your hands,
Yes.
you can feel it. There's a very slight vibration in it. Like you can tell this thing is definitely magical, but you
Ooh,
don't know
This
to the
thing
extent
is
of what you don't know.
momentous. Brilliant. No, I'm pretty sure this sword was made for me, people.
I
Honestly.
have the power.
Yeah.
Get some reverb going.
Excellent.
Till we find another longsword that vibrates just a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's all about the vibrating longsword.
You
I do
men
think-
are all the same.
Whilst I'm happy for you to, of course, use that, I think
Yeah.
that might be handy later in the village somewhere.
Anything you can tell me about my new sword is obviously going to be of great help to us.
Soon as I stop barking, I will.
Pock's like looking at him, just completely
Oh, yeah.
forgotten that he can't actually speak like common, and he's just
Don't
like,
worry, Scooby.
Yeah, I love that. That's how he said.
Jeez.
Damn these paws.
Okay,
Not
right,
now,
let's
Pock.
move on because we're nearly at the
Okay.
end of the session. So let's
All
go
right,
on what we're doing.
okay,
So
cool.
basically,
Yeah.
did you get the body out?
I think we
What?
should. There's no way of
yes.
unless
absolutely
they
say,
want to
you
carry
know,
the body back.
The boy is
I mean-
13, but 13's pretty big. It's almost a man. There's three of them. They do say, please. I
Might
can't
as well
leave
get
you
the
without-
body back.
Without my daddy,
Go on.
please.
We can get half of him. So how's that?
Okay. Cool. So you take him out. You take them to just to the
Yeah, let's dig him up.
Yeah.
just to the cave entrance at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It might do.
By the way, has my new
You'll
sword
have
got
to
new stats?
Spend some time trying to attune to it in a rest to see whether you can discern its magical properties.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's the very south of this cavernous
Magical
room is the entrance
properties.
that you originally came from, the cave that takes you down to the woods, and you explain to them that if they just go out of there, turn basically right and just leave the forest, they'll know where they are. They're in Phandalin, and you tell them to go and wait at the farm. Was that right? Yeah, I can't remember. Queeling Alderleaf?
Yeah.
Alderleaf?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the
Keeling,
one.
Quailing.
They're a little bit apprehensive
That's
to go
the
on
one.
their own,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing you make it quite clear that none of you are going with them, so they're like, "Fuck, okay, oh, thank you," and they leave, and they say, and the wife stops and says to you,
Ta-ta.
thank you, enough. I know you're all very, very capable after I've seen but please be careful, and if you do make it out, if you're insistent on staying here, then if you do make it out, please, it can't, if there's anything I can ever do except for my daughter's hand in marriage, then you can have it.
We were all thinking it.
Just get on your way,
So,
love. Come on.
As
We
we're,
got
mission.
as we're back in this
We
room,
got shit
so
to do.
you've
Just
just
crack
come
on.
today
We've already rescued
from the
that,
north.
no.
There was the secret entrance takes you to the crypts and the cells and everything. In this cavernous room, on the west side, there are two corridors which you have yet explored. One in the north and one towards the south on the west side. There's also another as yet unexplored corridor on the southwest of the this room as well. Do you want to go back the way you came, or do you want to try exploring a new passage?
I would say southwest, because I believe I remember someone telling us that that's where Glassstaff.
Yeah, it's in the northwest.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought it
crack
was
on that way, yeah.
No, it's northwest.
Yeah, so you
Was it
were
northwest?
just exploring
Northwest.
in the east.
Yeah.
You've just come from today. The
fucking-
crypts and the cells were in the east side.
Yeah.
There was more. I mean, you didn't go through those double
Okay,
doors
so we
or
don't
anything,
need to go
so there
that
was
way
more to
anymore,
go
then.
through and explore that way.
Well,
And there's also
the-
another
There
corridor.
is
You
another
went
door.
northeast originally. That's where you've just come from today. But there's also southeast as well. So you haven't explored the full extent of the east yet. But yes, you were told that Glassstaff's study, where his room, is in the northwest down the stairs. You were told that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
anything where we've just come from, we can come back to.
Yeah, we
If we
let's
know
go.
we need to go the other way, let's go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my
definitely.
nice shiny sword, so
Plus, we want to get him in his quarters, don't we? That was a part of the.
Yeah.
Part of the
we don't wanna
plan,
make
yeah.
too much
So which way are you going? So you're going to go to northwest.
Let's crack on then.
Okay, who's
Northwest
in the
it
lead?
is.
Where are you going? You'll need to, so you can see the map, of course, because you've got the fog of war stuff going on. So you'll need to move yourself down there so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
It's all
but
well
you still
lit,
will
isn't
need to
it,
move your
Blue?
piece down there to be able to see it. So yeah, it is well. All the area it is well lit. If we go back to the,
I'm gonna
just stay where you are,
jump
Sean,
down.
because
well,
into
I'll
the ravine.
shrink your piece down so that you can. I don't want to accidentally reveal too much for you. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
okay.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you move it. Sorry.
Well,
General
should I go
features
first?
of
I've
this
got a
place
high armor
were
class. I don't
like
know.
most
What-
areas are brightly lit by oil lamps in wall sconces, refilled every few hours as needed. Yeah. So
Oh, we should let Burr go first and scout.
Yeah, I think I've lost my dark vision now. I'm a wolf, maybe. My stealth's good.
Yeah, I mean, I
as a
don't know.
wolf,
You'd have to
as
check the
well
wolf
as
stats. It would
if
tell
that
you if it's
helps.
got dark vision or not. It doesn't state it, so no, it doesn't. Which is shit.
I don't
compared to
think
when
it
dogs,
does.
you know, and wolves
So,
can see in the dark. There you go.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah. Well, both
No,
myself
perception
and
stuff.
Millicent have got dark vision, but I don't mind going ahead. It's fine.
Yeah.
One,
Good
two.
stealth ahead.
Yeah.
As we're going, I'm always sniffing and.
Yeah,
So we
so
heading
as,
this way
you,
out,
as you go
am
into
I
that north
correct?
entrance, there's stairs going down
Yeah.
down there. I'll just move you up a little bit so you can see. I've shrunk your piece down, but are you still in wolf form? So you can squeeze through that to walk, but if you get into
Still
combat,
wolf
you're
form,
going to need 10-foot square to fight it. Okay. Otherwise you'll be cracked.
Yeah, fellas. There looks like there's two doors down at the bottom of these
one,
stairs.
at the bottom
one
of the
either
stairs, there's a
side,
door
one to my
leading
left
north,
and one to my
and there's
right.
a door leading south, left and right, as you said.
Yeah.
North?
Okay, shall we get out? We can come forward, shall we? Me
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Millicent.
I'm going to move
Yeah,
down to
you
these
behind
doors.
me and Burr? Or does anyone want to go in front of me? I just moved over
No,
there.
you're in. Oh.
Is that all?
Yes.
I'm now
all-
down at the doors, so I've got a door to my left and a door to my right. If we're going
Oh,
to,
I'm going to go on the stairs.
I'll follow up and use
Yeah,
my perception
roll me a
to see
perception
if I
to
can
see what you
sense
can
what's
tell.
on the other side of that door.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm searching on my map because I pushed the wrong button.
Ooh.
Oh, natural one.
And the
I'm
luck
driving
runs
it.
out.
Yeah,
2021.
You can anyone can roll
Is your
perception, yeah, but I mean
perception +3? 'Cause
the
I
wolf
can do
can't.
perception as
You're
well.
very cramped in
Same.
there together, and all
Yeah.
you can smell is the arse in front of you.
Okay. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll perception as well.
Okay.
D20. It's 14 plus
Are you
3.
listening at a particular door?
Yeah. I'm going to listen to which way we're heading. The north.
north.
Northeast.
Yeah.
Northwest, we're going.
Mhm.
Yeah, northwest then. So that'd be the top
Okay,
door,
so,
is it?
let's have a look. So,
Yeah.
The top door then.
You don't hear anything coming at all from the north. The door at the top. You don't hear anything in there at all. Yes.
Okay.
You can.
And can I check that door for traps?
Yep.
Yeah. So roll a perception, is it again?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. It's
Jesus.
clear. You're very confident that there is no traps.
It's clear.
Did you want
There's no
to
noise.
have a listen
There's
to
no
the south door
traps,
at all?
guys.
Let's go.
To be fair, I reckon with
Well,
your
yeah.
first roll that you made, you can probably
Yeah. Let's have a
use
listen.
that anyway.
Yeah.
So you do hear.
Okay.
Yeah, some Pocks again.
Sorry,
Like
just-
you're ultimately you're a dog, and you're just so distracted. That arse smells nice.
Eager beaver.
That crotch smell. Oh, it's beautiful.
Bear's ass smells great.
Oh, you love it.
After the pheromones from the mating
So-
ritual earlier.
Yeah, but what you do hear coming from the south, they're not being particularly quiet. You do hear people talking in common. You can hear rolling dice, people shouting, people like saying to you, or not saying to you, but they're telling each other like, "Oh, I'll see, I'll call, I'll raise you," and you can tell that they're definitely playing a game. So technically it says you can hear a game of knuckle bones, whatever the fuck that is. It makes for a mysterious rattling sound followed by shouts and groans and a sudden gabble of voices as wages are paid.
Well, we better go north then, really.
No, we don't want to get into any unnecessary rucks, do we, really?
I'm a bit confused about the trap thing. I heard nothing but sarcasm. Am I the only one who thought that?
Yeah, but it
rolled
could
it.
be.
So-
I still think there's just
There's
as
an
much
important-
chance that
there's an
there's no
important,
traps.
thing
Yeah,
to try and bear in
okay,
mind
yeah.
when you're playing these type of games.
Yeah.
When you're playing. It's a concept I've mentioned a couple of times about metagaming. So metagaming is the understanding that the information you have as a player, your character doesn't have. The problem when you're rolling dice is that you know as the player that you've rolled shit. But your character doesn't. To the best of your character's ability, he's confident he hasn't found any traps. He doesn't know that he's failed miserably. So yes, there was sarcasm in my voice, but your character, you're going off what you're going off. Yeah. So Burr's had a look around and he's like, yeah,
You're going off of
clear.
what Burr's reaction was. Okay. I understand.
We've no reason to suspect his.
So yeah, of
No.
course.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, we're going north.
Onwards.
Bird's like, yeah, it's fine.
And the door
Never
is
have we
not,
been happier to be at the back of this
Do you
group.
try and open
Yeah.
the door?
and the door is not locked. Yes.
Yeah, the door opens.
We'll
Oh,
give
look.
it a little push.
Let me
Yeah.
Back.
just clear that for you.
Oh.
So you can see in there. Okay. You can move into the room. Yes.
So I
In the
can
room,
move
you
into
we
the
follow
room.
up?
see- This room appears to be a wizard's
table.
workshop. A rat scurries across the floor and takes refuge under a large work table set up with alembics, retorts, distillation coils, and other alchemical devices. All of it stewing and bubbling away. Bookshelves are crowded with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes.
Interesting.
Excellent.
Meth lab.
Definitely. 100%.
Should we paddle in a bit?
Yeah.
Let's have a little look. I can't see much.
There's another door there too.
So guys. I'm just
Can I
gonna
make a search for anything that's like a completed potion or
Absolutely.
scroll, or anything that might be of use?
Can you
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
find-
Plus 7
you find
investigation.
lots
Wow.
I'm an investigator.
scrolls and tomes and stuff? Roll me an Arcana. Nice. Fuck me.
+7 on that and all.
Okay, so basically, from what you,
Amazing.
most of it is just weird kind of alchemist nonsense and crap, and some history books and things like that. But what you can tell from what's going on there. Okay, the books and notes scattered around the room are basic texts on alchemy. From what you can tell, the apparatus appears to be set up. It looks like he's trying to brew potions of invisibility. However, when you search the stuff, none of it is. There are no actual potions of invisibility there. It's like he hasn't quite got the mix right yet. Among the books, you do find a tome. What languages do you speak, Millicent? Are you proficient in?
Great question.
Lovely. So among them, you do find a tome written in
Common,
written in
Dwarvish, and Elvish.
You have a quick little flick of it. It appears to be a journal of an adventurer named Urmon. 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 It describes the history of the lost mine of Phandelver and the forge of spells. In addition to that, so I've already given that information in the campaign overview originally, like a couple of sessions ago. But let me just bring that up for you. So again, it details everything that I've told you previously. Over 500 years ago, a pact was made between a clan of gnomes and dwarves, which became known as the Phandelver Pact. Together, they mined the magically rich ores within Wave Echo Cave. Human spellcasters from nearby Phandalin joined forces with them, and together they combined their collective skills to create a forge to craft magical items dubbed the Forge of Spells. Everything came to an abrupt end when orcs craving magical treasures sieged Phandalin and the Wave Echo Cave mine. The battle destroyed Phandalin, much of the mine as well, causing various cave-ins throughout. Very few survived the conflict to relate the tale, and the Forge of Spells became legend, and the entrance to Wave Echo Cave was lost. So it just basically tells you a little bit about that. It's like which we've discussed previously, but that was just for any new listeners, because I know we have picked up some from the podcast release. Okay, also there is again, you're flicking through this book, I assume you keep on looking as you're reading through this and you're kind of searching the stuff. There's also records that a magic mace named Lightbringer was commissioned by priests of Lathander, the god of dawn, from the mages working with the gnomes and dwarves of the Phandelver's Pact. The mace was lost when Wave Echo Cave and its mine vanished from history. Okay.
I know this weapon.
Bit of you,
I'm
Pock.
so excited.
Do you?
You know what?
I know of this weapon. Lisa knows of this weapon.
Oh, I see.
I do.
Pardon?
Would you consider any of that correspondence?
Perhaps you might want to pocket some of this stuff. That's up to you. Yeah. You were asked by Halia of the Miners Exchange to bring her any relevant correspondence. That's true. Halia. So yes, as you're kind of looking around this stuff, and I'm assuming that you're probably all kind of looking because Millicent is, and you're like, roll me a perception. It's going to be really bloody easy, so unless you really cock it up. Okay, so the rat that you saw when you came in and scurried under the table did kind of, as you're looking around, has come out a little bit, not really behaving like a normal rat you would expect, and it's kind of coming up to you, and following you around a little bit, and sniffing at you, and then wandering around and looking at you and stuff like that. You can.
Could I try and get a paw on its tail next time it runs past me?
Yeah, he's dropped out. He did.
Can
say
everyone see Burr? Because he's just a blank screen to me.
In the chat, cool. Hayden Mark II, what level are they? They're currently level 2. As soon as they get an opportunity for a rest, they will be leveling up to 3.
Sorry, guys.
Did you say we were rolling something?
I was listening on Twitch while I ducked out.
Took a pony.
Yeah.
If you're going to try and grab at it,
did you need me to roll something, Luke? Sorry.
I mean, you're just trying to grab? Yeah, not try to kill it. Yeah.
I just. Yeah, exactly, like Scar does
in Lion King, of course. So you would need to roll a either athletics or acrobatics. So strength or dexterity, whatever you're better at. Well, you would actually be using the wolf
sheet, isn't it?
Stats.
Because I don't.
If is Pock proficient in either acrobatics or athletics?
See, I haven't got those on there, but I've got dexterity
so on
and
Pock's
strength.
sheet, you have
What acrobatics and athletics fall under?
Change sheets.
No, it's
so basically when you're changed, you use the attributes.
Animal
you'd use the abilities of the wolf, but if you as Pock are proficient, you would still add your proficiency. So if the wolf has got what's its dexterity, for example? Yeah, so you would have.
So the dexterity is 15, and then
proficient in acrobatics. Then you would make an acrobatics check of the wolves' dexterity, which is +2, plus Pock's proficiency to give you a +4 in total. Yeah. So or the strength, whatever you're better at, you can use strength.
Sorry. So just the +2 on a roll on a d20. Oh yeah, I used +3. Okay, sorry about that. Oh God, those natural 20s that I was rolling and now
you've used up all of your favour with the dice gods.
Yeah,
that's
so
yeah.
Oh,
a 3, excellent.
You got it. Yeah, with your 9, you did beat my 3.
Oh, okay, lovely.
Unfortunately,
that's not the dice I sent you, is it, Luke?
I've got several dice sets out. That was the most expensive set I own, which is an actual Chessex set. That one. Lovely. It was blue titanium or something it's called. A nice set. Anyway, so you whack a paw down on it and it's trapped underneath. It's
not a shit set, I think. Yeah.
It's there you go.
Boom.
That's all I can do.
Anyone? We've got a rat that's acting oddly.
A rat that's acting oddly. Can anyone speak rat?
Yeah, exactly.
I believe it's not a rat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just talking to the team about how we know how Pock works. If we kill the rat, maybe it will turn back into whatever it was before.
Yeah, I kill the rat.
Bosh.
Nice.
Test out your new sword, mate. Test out your new sword. Why not?
Yeah, try my new sword. Millicent's right. We should kill the rat.
Oh, don't make it, Mike.
Yep, kill the rat. Millicent.
Yeah, Millicent.
Yeah, we have to now.
We're going to change Millicent's name to Millicent the Murderess.
I literally said, discussing as a group, and then Scapes comes on.
Kill.
That's fine. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's just pointless. You kill it. You however you want it. You stamp on it. You whatever. You kill it. You use the sword.
I use the sword.
Hit it with the sword.
Use the new sword.
And it just disappears.
Wallop.
It just vanishes. Roll me.
Wow.
Who is proficient in Arcana?
Wow.
If you're proficient in it, then you can roll an Arcana check to see if you realise what's just happened. That's shit.
Oh, I rolled a 2. 9.
You're baffled.
Oh my God! 3 plus 9.
I know what happened.
He must have just hit it so hard with his magic sword that maybe the magic sword just made it disappear.
But I do know
that's
that
amazing! What a sword! Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Smash that rat to atoms.
It just endgamed.
A modest workman always blames his tools, and I'm not. It was my hit.
Oh, well, that I didn't quite go as planned.
Okay, to the door.
Hold on a sec.
What's that door about?
This rat's gone.
So putting 2 and 2 together, I'm saying, explaining to the group that these are the ingredients to make invisibility potions or spells, so that we might still have company. Can I take my water skin and just really idiotically just start flinging water everywhere and see if I can clock
holy water.
the rat in the face. And if I can notice that makes a... I
Oh,
mean, that's got to be a lot of rolls.
Can I throw my
Yes.
what's the thing that we killed with the one eye? Can I throw the goo around?
Yes.
I'm going to throw that goo. I'm throwing that goo.
Ectoplasm.
Throw that goo.
Yes, throwing the goo. I always like
You
to
throw
throw
the
my
goo
goo.
around,
He likes
so
to
you kind of
throw
cover
all
like
the
as
things,
much of the floor
including
area as you
goo.
possibly can. I mean, I don't know if you've got that much goo, but yes. Right.
We can always
That's
make
fine.
more, Luke. We can always
So,
make more.
yeah, you spray some stuff around. You don't notice anything. It doesn't cover anything that shouldn't be there. There's no little footprint. You've just made a colossal mess.
Damn.
We just made a mess.
And it's disgusting. It's really horrible. Like,
Just shitting up someone's
eye
lab.
juice and blood and guts somewhere.
We've just
Don't let me say I
the
don't
shit
have
out of
best
this place.
ideas.
We've killed their pet in the foyer. We've smashed the fuck out of their lizard that they've got.
Killed the
Set their
rat.
prisoners go.
Killed the rat with a
Oh,
great
dear.
Killed
shot.
the rat.
Mhm.
So we know that the rat isn't like druid wild shape because it would have buffed out and turned into something.
Maybe, or it just didn't get hit
Yeah.
for enough hit points that it died. Can I just
Yep.
one last thing? Can
Go
I
on.
just check
Yeah.
the end of Scapes' sword to make sure it's not like
It's not
invisible
stuck
on
on
the
it.
end?
There is nothing on there.
Like a bad cured.
You can cut your finger and take a point. of
All right,
damage.
okay. I think we might have missed
Okay.
that boat then. Nice.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh, that's not on. I'll heal that piece of damage.
oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Okay, so
With a
I
little
mean,
bit of lay on hands, there you
general
go.
terms, of when
Thanks,
you were
bud.
searching the room, most of the materials in the room don't really have much of a value. But there are 3 small bottles holding rare reagents like magic ingredient stuff, whatever the fuck it's called. You find mercury, dragon bile, and powdered nightshade. You reckon that if you could probably sell them to an apothecary or an alchemist for a little bit of gold. Mercury,
You got
dragon
them, Burr.
bile, and powdered
was the last one?
nightshade.
What was it? Sorry.
Nightshade.
Mercury, Dragon Bile, and the powdered nightshade.
Powdered nightshade. Yeah, I think I don't really see much else but moving on. I don't really know what that rat was about. But
Definitely.
We trashed the
something
place and moved
fishy.
on.
Yep.
Can I go and
Yes,
smell
you
through
can.
the next door?
Roll perception.
Any senses from the other side?
Bloody hell, the other, yeah. You don't hear anything from the other side of the door.
20.
You can open the door. Yeah.
Through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, why not?
Do you want me to check it for traps, or should we
Yes,
just fuck
please.
it?
No, don't.
Nah,
We've
let's
opened
just
it.
go. It's open. We're going through it, but straight through the door.
All right, cool. I'm going in.
I'm going as well.
There is.
I'm already through that door.
So there's a desk and chair.
Oh, there's
There's
a
a bed in the
bed.
southwest corner.
There's the
Let me
bed.
read some stuff. The walls of the bedchamber are covered with drapes of scarlet cloth. The furnishings include a small writing desk and matching chair, a comfortable-looking bed, and a wooden chest at the foot of the bed. Everybody roll me a perception with advantage. Everybody can roll perception with advantage.
There's advantage.
What does that mean?
Scapes sees fuck all.
21.
Yeah,
6.
you
I've
should have had advantage. On the perceptions.
I've just
Yeah, I
realised all these bad
had the
rolls
same
I've been
thought.
getting.
Never mind.
I've
You just loved that butt. That was
yeah, every single one. Right, plus
all. Yeah, Burr and Pock both rolled again.
You can
Nice.
roll again, I think, Burr and Pock.
That's fine.
okay, 16.
That's fine. Okay, so you kind of storm it. So basically, at the moment, Millicent technically hasn't come in the room. So basically, one thing you notice
it another
straight away.
Bukkake party?
Okay.
Is the gunk
So-
everywhere?
one thing you notice, definitely because
Crispy
you
bed
rolled quite
covers.
well with a 16 and Millicent, you rolled quite high as well with a 21. There is some paper on the desk. I don't know what it is yet because you haven't looked at it, but there's some paper on the desk. But one thing you notice is in the northeast corner of the room that I've just pinged, you can tell that it doesn't sit quite right with you, and you suddenly realise that the wall is there's a gap. There's a gap there, and it's just ever so slightly ajar. Let me just. So both whoever rolled above a 10.
I noticed this.
Oh yeah, it was me. Yeah.
So I've just taken.
I'll go over and have a little sniff for that
give
area.
Me 2 seconds.
Don't we want to open the chest and stuff?
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Does someone want to? Should we do all this
the
simultaneously?
chest is also open.
Yeah, I'll do desk.
Yeah.
Like the lid is open.
Okay.
Do you want to jump on that? Scapes.
Yeah, I'll look inside the chest.
Okay.
And then me and Burr are stealthy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken. You should go
We
to
can
the
head over
inside.
to
They've
that
taken the
doorish area.
wall off for you. In the chest, you say you're looking in the chest.
Oh yeah.
There's loads of treasure in there, basically. I can go for it now with you if you want, or if you want to wait and see what everyone else finds first, then I can do.
No, can we just put like
it's basically
bedroom treasure in Burr's sack?
Loads of money and gems. And
Let me
stuff in
write
there.
that
We can go
down.
through the details of that.
Bedroom
later.
treasure. Okay.
What about you, Millicent?
So I'm looking at the desk to figure out, just to confirm that this is
yeah, absolutely. Let me
that dude's room and
bring
find any
that up
correspondence
for you as well. Then.
Oh, do we think this is his room?
I think so.
What, the eye?
Yeah.
No, the red
Glass
brand
stuff.
leader because of the red drape
yeah, the
on
bar
walls
stuff.
and the treasure. And
Okay,
stuff,
so
yeah.
the letter
Glass
reads.
stuff,
Who's
that's
reading it?
Ooh, here we go. I'm gonna
Me?
Go on, Lace.
I'm screenshotting this shit.
Yeah, if you're reading it, if you're the one that's looked at the letter.
Do you want me to read this out?
Yeah.
Okay. Lord
Oh,
Albrecht,
cheeky fucks.
my spies in the winter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can. Kill them if you must. But don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iano. Don't disappoint me. Oh, Iano's a double agent. Shit.
He was.
Yeah, that's right.
Went Sildar
And
looking for him. 'Cause he's
Sildar's
disappeared.
the
Slag.
bottom
Gotta show
of
this
that
to
letter
Sildar.
is
Maybe
sealed
these strangers are
with
just behind us.
black spider.
Black Spider.
Spider.
That
Bum,
is where we're going to end today's episode.
All my days. Shit.
Hey.
Oh man.
Cool.
Oh, we've uncovered the thing. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah,
Progress.
and I've got a sword.
We've got through
Yeah.
that tonight, haven't we? We've done stuff.
And we didn't kill it.
Yeah, I
don't
was
normally-
wondering where,
I'm glad.
if we were, but yeah, no, amazing.
I'm just going
That
to
was
try
really
Excellent.
and do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Cool. Yeah. So that's the end of today's episode. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and for anybody listening at home. Next in a couple of weeks, when this gets released in podcast or on YouTube or whatever. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Has everyone had fun? Yeah. This has been brilliant. I've loved it.
Yeah,
really
amazing.
good.
Maybe it's the coding,
Really good.
but I've had such a good night. So thank you very much, guys. I'll get playing. Then I wouldn't be here. So
Yeah, cool.
yeah, find out what happens next week on the D&D show. Yeah, cool. I'm glad. Yeah, definitely. This is nice as well because as I said before,
Where
we
we
came and streamed,
kick some
I was really
more ass.
disappointed last week. I don't think there was any of our fault in the terms of how we were playing the game. We just had so many technical difficulties. Tonight, the stream's been perfect. It's been lovely. So, with a few exceptions of somebody shitting themselves,
Yeah.
it's been all right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, what can you do,
You've still got this area.
man.
I mean, whether you
It's
want to
gotta
kind of go
happen.
and search for the whole, you haven't really explored half of the place. What you want to do with that, or whatever, we'll find out more next week. So yeah.
Yeah, because to be fair, we could just grass him up if we really wanted. But I mean, there's loads of people to kill here.
All right, brilliant.
Loads
So
of
look
people
at
to
the chat.
Yeah.
There's Troy Tempest. I think he's been here before. Nice one all. Flak 30, good game, guys. Flak 38 is Thrice Dead Thief is his Twitter, which I know. Yeah, we chat a lot on Twitter, which is cool. Lecky Mac on again. Thanks for coming. It's good to have you back. Psych Unsent, thank you very much. Lucaroo was here earlier on. Brilliant. Hayden Mark II has been here, so thank you very much to you. They've been just having their own conversations tonight, which is brilliant. I love the fact that we're building our own little community of people there. So thank you everybody who's tuned in. Same time next week, 8:30 p.m. UK time on Tuesday. This should be hitting YouTube tomorrow, I reckon. I'll past couple of weeks I've done it on Friday, but I'll try and do it tomorrow. Just because, not that none of you are going to watch it because you've just watched it live. And podcasts, we saw episode 5 to come out next week, maybe, yes, perhaps. So the podcast is a couple of weeks behind. So that's cool. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much again for joining. As I've said several times, I'm drunk. Sorry, I do apologise. See you soon. I've been Luke. You can find me on Twitter at Lukey_baby86, but you can also find the show at Show DnD. If you've got Facebook, please give us a follow on Facebook as well at Show DnD. If you're listening via podcast, we would absolutely love some reviews because we're slags now. We're slags. So please do drop us a review on iTunes. We had a 1 5-star review already. That's awesome. So it's great. What order did we do it? I went around that. I can't remember. Who did I end with at the beginning today? Who went last this morning? This morning? Fucking hell. Anyone? I don't know. James, you can do a sign out, James.
As well.
Comfort, don't you?
James doesn't do social medias. If you
Okay,
want to
bye
message
everyone.
James,
Thanks
message
for
the show at
joining.
Show D&D.
It's been great. Woo.
Pock, Sean.
Yeah, right. I'm going to start using Twitter now. So you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Lisa,
and they are both at Sean F. Lee.
You didn't fall for any traps this week?
Oi, oi. No, I didn't break any bridges this week. Only emotional ones. Only hearts. You can find me at _energy on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I didn't throw anything again this week.
You threw loads of goo.
Oh, I threw goo. Yeah, no, I did.
In character, out of character.
I did throw goo. I did. In and out of character.
So you got something in. That's brilliant.
And Gavlar Beer and Beards, I think it is on Instagram and Twitter. Gavlar 666.
I think.
I can never remember.
So very quickly before we sign off, because they're still chatting away.
One of them.
I know he found this show from the Lost My Phandelver DMs group on Facebook, which I posted in. And so he knows this module. He has posted. Here we go. So, but behind the curtain, did they find out that the rat was a familiar? There you go.
Course.
Yeah, so that's why.
It's just.
But who's familiar?
And that familiars are active.
Hey, that makes so much sense.
It disappeared.
Is no further than 100 feet away. Flak 30 says nope. He says okay, though they made an Arcana check. So no, they didn't roll high enough in the Arcana check to figure out what it was. But it disappeared because they attacked it. It died. If they die, they just disappear. There's not a physical body there. But that is metagaming. You don't know that in character.
Yep.
Okay.
That's if it died.
We don't know that at all.
Lovely. So stuff for everybody. So thanks again for joining us. You've all been wonderful. See you next week.
Thank you.
See ya.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye-bye.